Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. Depending on where you are in the world, it might not be quite as dark, or if you're watching it during the daytime, it might not be dark, or if you're in your room with the lights turned on, it might not be dark, but it is dark for me, and that's what matters tonight. Anyway, hello, everyone. Ronan saying, what's up? What's up? Y'all working on something? Might be able to join for a bit once I'm done. Okay, take your time, Ronan. We do have a guest in the green room right now. He wasn't here with us Monday, but he is here with us tonight, and that is Joe. Hello, Joe. Welcome.
Hi.
Good to have you with us.
I just woke up. I fell asleep on the couch, and then I woke up and looked at my clock and was like, oh.
Well, it's okay. It's fine. We all have to nap sometime, right? Yeah, I'm not sure who else is going to show up. Actually, let me look at Discord while we're sitting. I'm just curious if anybody, sometimes people are like, I can't make it, and then I don't see it until like 2 later. But let's see. Nope, nobody said they're not going to make it, so we'll see who shows up. We have a few fun topics tonight. Let me take this off of the screen. Where's it at? The little QR code. If you guys want to buy merch at all, you can click the link in the description. It's at the top of both the description boxes. People are buying a lot of shill sweaters for the holidays, so thank you guys so much. We sold a couple of those in the last 2 weeks. I'll probably wear it for the next stream just so people can see it. I have one here, my shill sweater. I should be wearing my merch more, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys so much for doing that. Tonight, the topics are going to be, we're going to watch the trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which has Brie Larson in it. So I'm just waiting for all of the mountains and mountains and mountains of Brie Larson videos we're probably going to get from people here on YouTube. All positive, I'm sure. All great, because they all love Brie Larson so much. I think it's funny. I don't want to get too much into it, but till we get to that topic. But Brie Larson is a fantastic actor. Like, even if you don't like her in certain roles, I mean, she's a really great actor. I mean, she's won awards and been nominated for so many things. I mean, it's weird to me how people have become latched on to not liking her over like a role. Really, really weird.
Lessons in Chemistry was great.
Yeah. I haven't seen the trailer, Jeffrey, so we'll watch it here. So yeah, there's a trailer for Fallout as well. I'm not sure if Amazon is a big claimer of trailers. Are they typically, or are they not? So I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll try and watch that. Yeah, Reed, we're going to talk about that too. We have a ton of like just little things to talk about, but my major topics are going to be the Brie Larson stuff with the Super Mario Galaxy. We're going to talk about the possible villain for Superman Man of Tomorrow, which looks like it might be a certain super intelligence. We'll see when we get there. And we're going to talk about what it looks like for David Zaslav with Warner Brothers Discovery. There's some changes made to his, I guess, contract with them, and what that might mean for any sort of restructuring. Because a lot of people were thinking that if the company sold off, that David Zaslav wouldn't be a part of whatever happens with that. And looks like he's got a nice little package waiting for him no matter what happens. So we'll chat about that a bit. Superior Nav says, what about The Running Man? I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it yet? The new Running Man?
I'm going to try to see it tomorrow night. It's tricky because my daughter's school's having their show, and I'm going to try to go right after. But the timing's going to be interesting. So getting from the school to the theater, I'm going to be The Running Man.
It's going to be like very, what is it? What do they call it? Well, you wouldn't be breaking the fourth wall. That's sure the term. But yes, yeah, well, that would be fun doing that. The Running Man. So let's see here. What else we got? Oh yeah, the I got so many things to announce here. Don't forget tonight, if you guys want to get into the running for a giveaway that I'm having this month, which is a piece of merch signed by me and 2 special gifts. We already have a bunch of people in there. If you would like to do it, participate in the chat. That's really what you have to do. And by doing that, you'll get XP. That XP will lead into a leaderboard. You can see top fans on both channels. You click on that, you can see where you are in the leaderboard and ways to get additional XP. but there's nothing. You don't have to spend money if you don't want. You can just participate by chatting. But you can also get bonuses with super chats and super stickers. So it's there for you if you want to use it. That will get you signed up for the contest, and then at the end of the month, I'll be giving away something. So there we go. We already got a bunch of names in there already. So yeah, super excited. Also, I already put the polls up. So the poll is already available. I was very proactive tonight before the stream started. If we reach the goal, these are your options for tonight in the Reloaded channel. Top 5 best Marvel superheroes. Okay. Top 5 best DC superheroes. It's the second option. Top 5 strongest superheroes. That's for any category. Or top 5 worst Disney cartoons. Those are the options for right now. So if you guys want to reach that goal tonight, you can. Why is it the super chat goal isn't working? It's gone. It disappeared. Oh, hold on. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me reset the goal here because it's not working. It disappeared off the channel. YouTube, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, hold on. By the way, how has your day been, Joe, while we're sitting here dealing with this?
It's been all right. Busy. It's been a busy day. A lot of running around.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm starting to feel pretty worn down now. So I think that's why I drifted. I didn't set out to fall asleep. I just was sitting watching TV and then woke up.
Oh. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like the gold thing isn't working tonight, so I will have to do it manually. That should be fun. No confetti for me to figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the super chat thing isn't working. That's crazy. Why? I'm perplexed. If it was one channel, because I'm doing both channels, right? If it were one channel that it wasn't working on, it was working on the other, I would be like, well, there's an issue with the account. But it's not working on either channel, meaning that there's something wrong with it. Well, it's not StreamYard. This is through YouTube. I will count it. I will count them manually for now. So let's see. How many do we got? I think we might be close to the goal. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already reached the goal. We've already reached the goal on the Reloaded channel. So there's no point with that one. Yeah, we already reached the goal. And we have gotten no super chats are working. No, thank you guys for donating. Like I wasn't. Oh gosh, super chats are working. The super chat goal counter is not working. So you guys can still super chat. It's not adding up. It's really confusing. However, looks like we are done with the funding for the goal on the. You can still super chat, obviously, but yeah, the thing is working. Yeah, the goal. Yes, exactly. Here we go. Superior Nav. Donations are working, but not the goal counter. Yes, that's what it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We've already hit the goal in the main one. In the Debunks channel, we're 1 out of 5. So there we go. I don't want to focus on that too much. I've spent 5 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with that. That's not even really that. It's not super important. We've already hit the goal, so it's fine. Thank you so much. Anyway, with that being said, yes, right. There's worse things not to work. Yeah, if there was another fundamental breakdown in the system, I think we've had other issues. The other night on Joe's stream, I don't remember which night it was. It was like nonstop connection issues with people the whole time.
Yeah. When Marshall was trying to, it was right before Halloween when Marshall.
Yeah, that was the worst. That's worse than anything. Like you can almost deal with any other problem, but connection issues, no. Connection issues are bad. All right, let's see here. Make sure I got everything going. And there we go. All right. So, from Ireland. Somebody from Ireland? Sean the Man? What part of Ireland? Northern Ireland? Disney's trying to hack YouTube. I don't know about that one. All right, guys, should we watch trailers first? Should we watch the Super Mario Galaxy trailer first? I kind of want to watch that. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Let me go ahead and find the trailer. I had it over here. Let's see. All right, here we go. We'll watch this and then we'll talk about Brie Larson, pronouns. All right, here we go. By the way, before we watch this, did you enjoy the first Super Mario movie, Joe? Did you like it?
Not particularly.
Okay. What was your criticisms of it? I'm curious.
I didn't think it had much of a story. I don't think Super Mario Brothers as a property lends itself well to a movie, quite frankly.
Right.
I just don't think there's enough story in it. I mean, it's not a terrible movie. I didn't hate it. But I just kind of walked out like, well, that was fine.
Okay. Fair enough. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite movie of I think it was 2023, right? When it came out.
I think so.
Yeah. Wasn't my favorite movie of the year, but I had fun with it. I'd seen there were movies that I think were a lot worse than Super Mario. But
I do know that a lot of people were very upset about Chris Pratt as the voice of Mario.
Yes.
And the one thing I kept reminding people, like for about a year before that movie ever came out, is that Mario is not supposed to be Italian. Mario is supposed to be Italian American. He shouldn't have an Italian accent. He should have a Brooklyn accent.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because everyone, like, if suddenly, like in the 90s, he started going, "He's me, a Mario," and I'm like, "What's this? He's supposed to be from Brooklyn. He's not like, it's not like he's from Italy."
We will do we got a bunch of super chats. We'll do them after we watch the trailer. I just want to watch the trailer and get it going here. Columbia Rican. I'm from Brooklyn. I should know. There you go. All right. Here we go. Let's do the trailer. Oh, by the way, if this is missing on playback, it's because it got removed for copyright, just so everybody knows. I always have to say that because some people are like, there's a missing part of your video. Yeah, I know.
Clicking.
All right. Well, there we go. Thoughts, Joe? Get your thoughts first. What are you thinking?
And it looks good. I'm a big fan of Illumination. I think they're a great animation studio. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll go. I'm going to be there.
Yeah. I got some details over here so we can figure out what we got happening in the movie. Again, I was very proactive before we started, even though it seemed like I wasn't. All right. So what we got revealed in the trailer is we have Brie Larson playing Princess Rosalina. So she's basically, I mean, not trying to diminish her at all. Very great character. Like a space princess in the cosmic sense. She's got the Lumas, which is the tiny star creatures. And also the Brie Larson hate is weird because she's a huge Nintendo fan. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't someone, like, typically when someone gets a job working for one of these large IPs, people are mad because they're like, oh, they're not true fans of this. They don't know anything about this or whatever. Brie Larson is a gamer. Like, she's done gaming content before. There's actual images of her with her Nintendo in her hand. So it's like, this is not a fake thing. Like, she legitimately loves Nintendo. So I think that's great. Bowser Jr. is going to be a major antagonist. We got Benny, I think it's Safdie, Safdie. Is that familiar with that person? Benny Safdie? I'm not sure I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, they directed Uncut Gems, right? He and his brother. The Safdie brothers.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. We got Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi coming back, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, Jack Black as Bowser, and Keegan Michael Key as Toad. The directors are Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek. Matthew Foley's the writer. Brian Tyler's the composer. All those are the people from the first movie, I think.
I did interview Michael Jelinek once on my podcast. Nice guy. He
Okay.
was one of the producers, writers on Batman Brave and the Bold. cartoon, and he couldn't have been cooler.
Now the movie comes out April 3rd, 2026, so it's not too far away. I think so. Let's kind of talk about or discuss like what this movie looks like financially. I think it's going to make a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Do you disagree with that or no?
I think it'll be surprising if it's not $1 billion film. I mean, the first one was $1 billion film.
Yeah.
I think this. I don't know. You never know. Because Captain Marvel was $1 billion film and the Marvels was not, so you can be surprised. But I will be shocked if it's not.
Yeah. Let's see here, we got some of these images look beautiful, absolutely beautiful to me. We got Ronan in the building. What's up, Ronan?
What's up, fellas?
Did you see the trailer for Super Mario Galaxy here?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not fully. But I do know that Brie is part of it.
Okay. Did you watch the first movie?
No, not
okay.
Yet. Which is
so
weird.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you're a big Nintendo fan or not.
I am, but it's weird. I don't know why I haven't gone up to see it yet. That's weird.
Yeah, I think this movie's going to do really well. I actually don't think Brie. So the issue I think with Brie Larson, a lot of these guys is they kind of rely on her being in the movie so they can make fun of like how she looks and stuff like that. She's only voice acting the character. I don't mean only as in diminishing what she's doing. Like she's just not going to be on screen, you know?
It's weird, man.
So,
like,
I mean, I find it very strange. Well, first of all, with the Marvels, the Brie Larson hate currency was already running thin for them. They weren't getting a lot of traction with that when they tried to do it back during the Marvels. Probably because the movie wasn't like a dumpster fire. Like, yeah, there's criticism of the movie, but the movie wasn't a dumpster fire. It was a poorly. The movie was just not structured properly for advertising, and a lot of it had to do with the strikes that were going on, and the fact that I think it should have been called Captain Marvel: The Marvels instead of just the Marvels. But you know, there's other little things I think they could have done to make the movie better. But once it got on streaming, a lot of people said it wasn't what they thought it was. It was better than they expected it to be.
It's a weird thing because the first Captain Marvel movie, I was just like, it's something to watch. There's a sequence I really like. I think it's the like I call it the Navy SEAL Kree sequence where they go on a mission and they have to go in and you know scout and whatnot and do. You know, it's like a spy sequence and I like that one. But then we got to the Marvels and the movie as a whole, I don't really, you know, dig or I'm indifferent to it. But the saving grace of that one was like anytime the three of them were together, me being Brie, Tatiana and oh my gosh, Kamal Khan, what's her name? Oh my gosh,
Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, Ms. Marvel. I forgot the actress name. Whenever the three of them were together,
Amani Villani.
There we go. Yeah. Whenever the three of them were together, I was in. I was like, I don't know what else is happening with this movie. I know there's a bad guy. Bad guy wants something else. Cool, but just hang tight with the three of it. It was just the three of them dealing with shit because, and I feel for Brie because I didn't fully connect with her in her own movie, and then I kind of connected with her in the Avengers movies, but the whole time she was just off screen. And you know there was all the online BS, and then we got to this one, and to me that's my favorite performance of her as Carol is in the Marvels, but she's already having to share the screen with two different generational characters that sort of take up the mantle from her in the comics, and it's an odd scenario where she's at right now, where like people, including me, prefer Ms. Marvel right now, but we quote unquote rushed to get to her. While Carol Danvers is still being established, I think.
Right.
And it's a sad predicament. But yeah, I was hearing a little bit of you before this, but like she is a huge Nintendo fan and a gamer. Like,
yeah,
I think if I'm not mistaken, during the pandemic, she started her own channel and she was just playing Animal Crossing, which I was just like, cool. Maybe this is another way where people can connect with her because I've liked her stuff outside of the MCU way more. But I do think she's still got the chops to do something special in the MCU. Just you need the right script and then the right direction and all that stuff, and you'll get something huge. Like I believe in that.
Yeah. What about you, Joe? Thoughts about the Marvels, Brie Larson?
I love Brie Larson. I think she's just a wonderful actress. I love the movie Captain Marvel, the first Captain Marvel. I saw it in the theater 3 times. I loved that movie. The second one was really good too. I didn't like it quite as much as the first one, but the Marvels had my absolute favorite scene in any movie from 2023.
Was it the dancing scene and the dancing and singing?
It was the cats. The cats eating the people.
It was the memories scene. The Flurkins, let the Flurkins eat you.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes in that movie. That's why I was just kind of guessing which one it was. But yeah,
that memory where Memories is playing from Cats while the cats are going around. That scene is so funny. It is just I don't think there was a better scene in a movie that year. The Musical Planet. I love the idea of the Musical Planet. Like I thought that was such a great idea. But if you're going to do a Musical Planet, you got to give us like a showstopper of a musical number. And they kind of fell there. Like, it's like, come on. We got a Musical Planet. You got to give us you got to blow the doors off the joint with a musical number here.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
Yeah.
People were poo-pooing that sequence so much. That and the cats. The cats one, I feel it's the one I dislike the most out of all those two. But like by that point, I didn't care or connect with the villain or the antagonist. And the plot was just like, I was like, all right, whatever, I've seen this, but I was like, all right, I didn't expect this. And I was in a sort of like, fuck it, let's run with it vibe at that point. I was like, all right, she's quote unquote married. Okay, that happened off screen. Where the hell is that going?
Yeah. I'm really annoyed with the way Marvel has handled Captain Marvel as a character. And
Carol Danvers, yes.
Yeah. And I'll explain why. I enjoyed the first movie. It's one of my favorite in that era of Marvel movies. I think it was one of my favorites. Thinking back now, I've seen it many times. It's not a perfect film. Very few movies I love are perfect films. Actually, I prefer imperfect films, to be quite honest. I find them a bit more charming. But I love that movie. I love what it was establishing. Captain Marvel, not to like steal the vibes from other characters, but Captain Marvel is a Superman meets Green Lantern type character in terms of like what she's capable of doing, right? So
I can see that.
It's this like cosmic police force type situation with all the powers of like Superman, but then all of these cool elements of energy projection, stuff like that. She's extremely powerful. This is why if you watch the Marvel Zombies, you'll see that they had to have Icarus fighting her to hold her back, because she is one of, like, if you're talking about sheer just raw power, she's at the top of the list in the Marvel universe, right? Like she's one of the big ones. You have all of that behind you, and your follow-up to that billion-dollar movie with her is a risky group film that doesn't allow you to give her a story that feels like it's her identity. You know what I mean? Like it felt like, obviously I love Ms. Marvel, obviously love Monica being there,
Tayana.
No problem with that. Love those characters. But what a jump to something that just didn't, like, for me it felt like going from Man of Steel to BVS. Like, where was the second
I can
Captain
see that,
Marvel movie? You know what I mean? Where was that second Captain Marvel movie?
I feel like it was a reactionary film. Like, people will get down on Kathleen Kennedy. And I always say Kathleen Kennedy, in my opinion, only ever made one mistake. And that was trying to please the fans after she perceived the online backlash to Last Jedi. Mm-hmm. Like, she thought, these guys are speaking for the majority. We gotta course correct. And shouldn't have done that. Should have stayed the course.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did here. You had $1 billion hit, but some people were complaining online. And I think they were like, well, we need to soften her up because these people are saying they don't like her. And it's like, okay, they're talking, but your movie made $1 billion. The people obviously liked your movie. Those guys don't hold any power. Don't give, we have the phrase fan service. Mm-hmm. I always use the phrase troll service.
Right.
It's when they give in to like make the trolls happy. And it's like,
and those people don't spend money. That's why they're trolls. Like they don't spend money on movies. They pirate movies. They don't support any of these actors. It's just there's no point in trying to
exactly like Rise of Skywalker is the perfect example, because when that movie was being made, wasn't out yet. That movie was being made, and Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm were clearly trying to do a course correct to make that group happy. Mm-hmm. That's what, and it was obvious. They brought back J.J. Abrams. It was like, well, you liked this, right? You liked that, and they were trashing it every step of the way through production.
Yeah,
and I was like, look at the people you're bending over backwards to help. They're already they want your film to fail. You're not going to win them back. They're not going to come in and give your movie and go in with an open mind and be like, oh, let's give this a chance. No, they're out to hate you. So,
right.
So I think bringing in Miss Marvel, who I loved in the movie, she was great in the movie. Bringing in Miss Marvel, bringing in Photon, they're like, oh, well, we'll put her in part of a group and we'll kind of soften her image a little, and we'll win those. You were never going to win those people back.
No.
That's fascinating because for me, Joe, and we've thought. I think I brought it up before. For me, with the thing that Kathleen Kennedy dropped the ball, and I would put this both on her and Bob Iger, because she's the coach. She's running Lucasfilm, and just like a bare minimum plan for that sequel trilogy. Even if it didn't work out, even if you had to like pivot and adjust stuff, because eventually I think they would have had to, with circumstances that would happen with some people mortality, but like. Just the planning was the thing that would have gone a long way, and I've said it, like that's the only thing that like really has felt that and stuff with the Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Season 3 Mandalorian. And then you see what Brie, and here's the thing with Brie, that like I was a fan of hers before she did Captain Marvel. When she was announced, I was like, yes, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then much like Rhodey asked her, like, hey, we're all about the superhero stuff. If you don't mind me asking, where the hell have you been? And she says, there's a lot of other worlds out there, and none of them had you. It's like, all right, good point. But we never spent time with you in those other worlds. We didn't see you become the hero that the rest of the world, like cherishes and is thankful. It's like, why don't we hang time with you? Because by the time you joined the MCU, even though they shot that first, you were off screen. Like a lot of the stuff that like would make me connect with her happened off screen. It's like, why didn't we ever see that?
Well, she's always flying around in space every time we talk about her, and we never see any of it. And I'm like, this is the interesting stuff. Like we're watching other shows that are not bad, but those other shows are like, well, where's Carol Danvers at when she's flying around being a space cop? Well, I want to see that.
Yeah,
like
they got scared of her. They got scared. There was an online backlash, and they backed away. They shouldn't have done that.
Which I suppose, but even then. Even before the backlash, I think that, and again, it didn't help. Well, the whole fish out of water stuff, memory stuff, which another prominent female character had just done the whole fish out of water thing. And for anybody watching this, let me just make this clear: that movie made a lot of money. That movie meant to a lot of people, and I'm happy it meant to a lot of people. I don't take that away from anybody with that. It's just that I look at the quality, and I'm just like, it's there. You just need to reshape stuff, and it would have been nice to spend a whole movie in space and just vibe where they're at. Because anytime we were with her, just herself alone in that ship in space in the Marvels, I was like, let me just stay here for half an hour, please. Don't cut away. Don't do this. Let me just spend time with what it means to have been someone who's been doing this now, timeline wise, for over 30 years. And what happens when someone looks up to you? Like that was the whole thing that bugged me with that movie, is that, like I said, when the three of them were together, I loved it, but. You're a surrogate aunt that never went back to hang out with your niece when she needed you the most. You have someone who's looking up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And what is that? How does that relationship with your surrogate niece impact that kid who's taking your name and your colors full-fledged to become her own hero? And again, it's sad because I spent 8 episodes with Kamala.
Yeah.
And I loved her. And I adopted her family. Yeah. I was like, all right, the cons, I will take a bullet for the cons in the MCU. It's like with Carol, I've had that good length of time with. I got it sprinkles in the Marvels, and I'll never forget it. Spoilers for the Marvels if you haven't seen it. At one point, Photon gets gets stuck in another dimension. Carol can't reach her. She grasps. She's like shocked. Oh my gosh! I quote unquote lost my niece. She goes back to Kamala, and instead of like breaking down in tears of being like, oh my gosh, I lost my best friend and now my surrogate niece, they just hug it out and they just quiet. And I was like, no, let it out, because I feel that for you. But you weren't showing it. How the fuck? Like it's a funky ride. I hope they still have something in the cards for Brie, but yeah, a lot of stuff wasn't justified of the hate online. Though some clip outs didn't help as well. Interview stuff and that. I just like I'll never forget the Wired interview, and I was just like, Brie, you don't have to do this interview. Please don't do this. But again, I'm not in her shoes. I'm not asked to do that, so I can't speak to it. But just from the outside, I was like, this interview didn't help. This clip out from this other interview didn't help on D23. I was like, man.
Yeah. Joe, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna. Ronan mentioned that we really got to like Kamala and her family on the TV show. And I was going to point out that I was not a big fan of the last season of Daredevil, but the one episode I loved was the one with Kamala's father.
And that was one of the ones I think that was left kind of intact in the previous version.
You're referring to Born Again, right?
Show. Yeah.
That tells me the previous version that they scrapped was better, because I think that was the best episode of the season.
Oh man, I don't know.
They said they wanted to leave that one. That's why I think that week they released 2 episodes together, because that was one of the ones from the previous batch of episodes. So I don't know. We got some super chats here. Let's read some of those. I'll scroll back up here. By the way, we have hit the goal for both channels. Thank you guys so much. Even though the tracker's not working, I went through and counted. So thank you guys. Silhouette Animator with the $5 super chat. Saw some fan speculation that the new V for Vendetta show might not be a new version or sequel a la Watchmen 2019, but a sequel series to Pennyworth. Really?
That would be odd.
Yeah. Did anybody watch the whole series of Pennyworth?
I did not, but I love Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that scene at the beginning of Teen Titans Go to the Movies where Robin is distraught because they won't make a Robin movie. Mm. And one of the trailers is for the Alfred movie. And they're like, oh man, the Butler got a movie and you didn't. And then shortly after, the Pennyworth series came on. And I just thought that was hilarious. It's like, oh wow, the movie that was a joke in Teen Titans Go to the Movies is now a real series.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. This is crazy. If they go with this, it's really bold of them. Silhouette Animator with a $2 super chat chiming in again on this. Regardless, Pennyworth got too many second chances. Well, I mean, people were telling me it's one of the best shows on TV. It was out, so I don't know. You'd have to tell me what you think about it. I didn't watch the last season of it. So
I've never seen the show.
Yeah. Oh, Ronan jumped out there. Let's see here. We got another super chat from Silhouette Animator. Says, ever saw the infamous panel of Superman giving the alcoholic hero 6-pack? Garth Ennis created a character called 6-pack. A bottle of liquor. I honestly hate that. I've never seen that before. The panel of Superman giving the alcoholic hero a bottle of liquor? Let me see if I can find that.
I'm not familiar with that character. I will tell you this, though. One of my life bucket list items is to go to Canada. Was it Calgary, I believe?
Yeah.
Where they shot the Smallville scenes for Superman 3. I've always wanted to visit the bar where Superman got drunk and flicked peanuts at the mirror.
This description feels like something out of the Hitman run that Garth Ennis wrote.
I found a couple of pictures of it, but they're all low res. Let me see if I can find one here that's better. Is it the new 52 Superman? Is that what it was?
I don't know, because most of Garth stuff I think was in the 90s.
Was it?
I could be wrong.
Let me explain it, Ghost Bumbles. Ghost Bumble says, I never understood that scene from Superman 3. Superman can not get drunk. You're thinking of normal Superman. Superman who's been exposed to tar in a rock of kryptonite can get drunk.
So they confirmed it is the new 52 Superman.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, all these are low res images. What 400%? Hold on, let me see. Anyway, I'll pull the picture up here. Hold on. It's not great quality, but you kind of see what it is here. So yeah, it's like there's the dude is laying there on the ground, like vomiting, and he's giving him more alcohol. Is his power is that where he gets his power from? I don't know anything about this character, Sixpack. I don't know anything about him.
What the hell? Yeah, I think the only thing I know of Garth Ennis besides obviously The Boys, Preacher.
Yeah.
He did a run called Hitman, which I'm trying to read and collect again sooner or later. But at one point, Hitman encounters Batman, and Batman punches him so hard in the stomach that Hitman vomits all over Batman.
Oh my god!
Which is awesome and fucking wild to think of. But that's Garth Ennis.
I mean, the thing about it is also most people didn't like the New 52 Superman, which is why he didn't stick around. Typically, Naruto with the $5 super chat. Did you hear the Game Awards will stream on Amazon Prime starting this year? Really?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Is it locked behind a paywall? Because there's like an additional fee for Prime with like.
They did say it's also going to continue streaming on YouTube, which is like, then why would you get cahoots with Amazon to do it? So I'm hoping so, because if they start charging to watch this show, ooh, you're really going to rile up the gaming community.
I actually think it's like for the additional Prime stuff, it is like $3.99 or $4.99 a month or something. I feel like there's an additional fee on top of Prime to get the premium stuff without ads. Maybe it's just without ads. I don't know. You're right, though. People would be really pissed off if they lock it all behind a paywall. Worst Disney cartoon, Lloyd in Space, no content. I've never heard of that cartoon. Lloyd in Space. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Lloyd in Space. All right, hold on. Here's a trailer for it. Lloyd in Space. I've never heard of this. Darren, I'm pretty sure Darren has. Darren's probably like, oh yeah, I know this one.
Lloyd, come on, man. Lloyd, have you finished cleaning your room yet? Working on it, Mom.
Was this a 90s cartoon? It sounds like 90s or Y2K, like around that era. It has to be, right?
Lloyd? I gave you a crater full of homework today, mister. Run, Lloyd, run.
I can't do it. That's bad. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat. It's funny how the Chuds go after Brie Larson when she's not only beautiful but very talented, since we know the Chuds care about looks. Just saying. Well, I think one of their arguments was that Disney or Marvel tried to make her look ugly. Like, that's one of their arguments, is that the studios purposely try to make people unattractive.
On what planet did she look unattractive in those movies?
That's their complaints they've had. I've heard them say that. I don't know. I don't know. That's what they say.
I don't know about y'all. I just spent like 15 minutes saying how much I'm not too crazy about those two movies, and I found her attractive. I was just like, come on. Besides that, let me connect with me in some other way. Come on now. I can't just do that.
Look, I don't want to. I'm going to say the kind of thing I wouldn't normally say, but only because they've made it an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not one that wants to come out there and just be like out objectifying women.
Right.
But since that's where they want to go, I will come out and say it. Brie Larson's much more attractive than Sydney Sweeney.
I like both of them visually. Again, I have range. I don't know. Maybe I'm a weird bastard. I don't know.
I know there were some people there who were posting pictures of Sydney Sweeney with just from the face up, and they're like, see, she's ugly. People only like her because of her boobs and stuff. So
I'll say this for Brie Larson. I don't know how you can watch her host Jimmy Kimmel and still say that. I don't know how you can do that. I think that is like, you need to get some check on the eyes and whatnot. I don't get it. If you know, you know. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, her hosting Jimmy Kimmel, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Philip November here with a $5 super chat. Super chats aren't working. They are, Philip, but thank you for testing it. And I love your profile picture, by the way. Thank you for the $5. Columbia Rica here with a $5 super chat. I'm with Joe on the first Mario movie. The story was weak, but I still enjoyed it.
What, the Mario movie from the 90s?
No, the one from 2023.
Oh, okay.
Were you about to wait? Hold on. Let's go back to the 90s. What were you going to say about the 90s Mario movie?
No, I thought that's what he's referring to.
Okay.
I grew up with that movie. It's bad, but I
Yeah.
grew up with it. You know, like Trust the Fungus or stuff like that. Like I know that shit. Fucking movie is wild.
I enjoyed the 2023 Super Mario movie for what it was. Like I went into it looking for just like a popcorn movie to watch and kind of, zone out on, and I enjoyed it for that. But thinking back, yeah, the story wasn't great. The story wasn't great in that movie, but
Eventually I'll get to it, but I will never forget. Oh man, I will never forget the morning of, or whatever time it dropped. As soon as they started announcing the cast for that movie, they said only 2 names make sense: Charlie Day is Luigi, and Anya Taylor-Joy is Peach. That was it. Everybody else cast it. Everybody was laughing their asses. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" I don't know.
Columbia Rican here says maybe Disney should do a mini-series focused on Carol Danvers being the space cop. Yeah, look for me.
I'll watch it.
For me, that would completely do it for me. Just give me like a 8-10 episode series with her doing, each episode is a different story. It doesn't even have to connect. One episode is her doing one thing, one episode is her doing something else. I would totally be okay with that.
And make her part of, like, spend some time with the rest of the superhero community. Like,
yeah,
it's hinted that she and Valkyrie had a relationship prior to that. And then she shows up in a couple of these end credit scenes, like in Shang-Chi, and I'm like, okay, where's that at? I want to see more of that dynamic.
That pissed me off, by the way, that they cut that Valkyrie scene.
Which one?
Yeah, again, that's it's just kowtowing to the trolls. Like, oh, we can't have a scene that
the scene from the Marvels, right?
Yeah.
There was a Valkyrie scene that was cut where it kind of addressed the relationship. They cut it out of the movie.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She calls.
It's a great scene too. Yeah, like it's a really good scene.
Naruto here with the $2 super chat. Red Dead Redemption is being added to Netflix games. I thought they were getting rid of their gaming division. They're still doing games.
I don't know.
I could have sworn they said they were done with games. Okay. We got Silhouette Animator with the $5 super chat. To clarify, the final season of Pennyworth was one big V for Vendetta setup with the Proto V dressed up like V from the cartoon to set up Norse Fire. So people are surmising that because that show was setting up V for Vendetta, that the series is going to be continuing that storyline. I mean, if it's not a direct sequel, I feel like people could just say it is, right? Like if it doesn't necessarily address anything from Pennyworth, but it doesn't contradict anything from Pennyworth, you could just be like, this is a sequel to Pennyworth. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, I never got into that show, but I was shocked how many, 2-3 seasons? TV? It's like, whew.
Do you remember when Sony was putting out that sci-fi movie several years ago called Life, about the astronauts that found the alien?
Oh, I do remember that movie. And yeah.
Everybody was saying this is going to be a prequel to Venom.
Yep, I do remember that.
The Reynolds one. Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, it's been a while since I've seen Life, but if my memory serves, there's actually no contradiction where if you wanted to play, your headcanon game, that it couldn't be a prequel to Venom.
Yeah. Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat says, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but someone called out all the Chud channels in a list of block or mute, and the Chuds got angry. Yeah, it was about gaming channels, I think. It was like, if you want to have a fun experience on Twitter, block these accounts or whatever. I thought that was funny.
That's funny that they acknowledged it, because I find that usually they try not to put a spotlight on that kind of thing.
I think they've reached a point where the money isn't doing what it used to do, so now they're just getting involved with drama to try and generate clicks on their accounts. Like, because Twitter money has been weird. Like, some people were saying when it first started, you were getting paid these huge checks, and then it changed, and you weren't getting big checks anymore. So I think they're doing anything they can to get engagement. And we had a super chat here from Extra Hero, $2 super chat. Please watch Brie Goes to SpaceCon 2025 in San Antonio. I do have that video pulled up. It's a short video. Let's just check it out and see. I don't know what it is, but it is from this year.
I think it's a vlog.
Let's give it a shot here.
Could be wrong.
So, is it a vlog? Okay.
I could be wrong. I know she still has her own YouTube channel, I think.
Okay.
She just did a cookbook, I think.
Okay. All right, cool. We'll check this out, and then we're going to talk about some Man of Tomorrow news, which I'm pretty excited about. Yeah, so let's give this a watch.
SpaceCon, the most magical place in the galaxy, at least for this weekend. Obviously, I'm here for my corner.
Obviously, this is going to get struck for copyright because it's got Avengers music in the background.
There's so many people here excited about so many other different universes as well, and all colliding. Hello, it is me, Brie Larson.
Oh, I like her haircut.
One of my favorite places in the world, San Antonio. Second year in a row at our SpaceCon. I am here to meet with these glorious fans that I adore. I've already got some bracelets, and are you guys excited to be here? Come on.
Look at that line.
Nothing quite like a Comic-Con to remind me of all of the different characters that I've played. So I have seen, of course, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, many versions of that, but also our Elizabeth Zott, and many Envy Adams. Envy Adams is alive and well here at this con specifically.
Envy Adams, I forgot about that. Along with a couple other
fan favorites like my album that nobody should own, but 2 people have so far. I will also be signing copies of Party People, which is out now. If you don't have it, you should probably buy it. Let's get into it. I just want to show you around this glorious world that I call home. Meeting the fans is...
I just want to point out, like, this is a video that we're getting from someone that they say doesn't care about anyone, right? Like they've accused her of being tone deaf, of not caring about fans, about being a fake geek and all this other stuff. Show me the videos of all the people they support that are even remotely like this. I don't think they exist.
No,
I don't think I've seen a video quite like this from any of the big celebrities. Not like this. This is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this feels like this is like Joe and I both are veterans of Dragon Con. You go to Dragon Con, you meet a lot of celebrities and actors because it's a very personal con. The bigger celebrities, like the movie stars, the ones that are sort of separated from everybody, typically they don't get too involved with fans like this. This is a different level of like being connected to fans. Like you're talking with them, you're putting them in your vlog on your channel, stuff like that. It's actually really nice, honestly.
Yeah. The number one reason why I do this. I had my first Comic-Con in 2019, and it really changed my life. You look great in the suit.
Having fun today?
I am. How about you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good. I think people assume that I have an understanding of how people connect with various characters that I've played, but I truly have no idea.
Wait. Did that person actually use tape to show where he wanted the signature on his poster?
So they do that, yeah. Some
is that normal?
Like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I've seen that. Some comic creators don't like it, I've heard. But I've seen that happen. Yeah.
So what do? They laminate it and then they just use the blocks of masking tape to show.
I've never done it myself, but I'm assuming it's a way where they can show the autograph and it doesn't scramble on something like cool or not. You know,
is that something you've seen, Joe? Like people doing that?
It isn't, but I would recommend that it's a great idea if you're going to meet Crispin Glover.
You've told me the story about that. Yeah.
What happened? No, never mind.
Oh, go ahead. Tell him.
He's known to be a little obnoxious with his signatures. Like I have almost the full cast of Back to the Future signed a poster, and I always say the one guy I don't want to sign it is Crispin Glover because he ruined a few.
He signs posters. He signs all over the poster and promotes whatever he's doing at that time on the poster.
Yeah, like he'll write like a big note like that says like, "Dear whatever your name is, thank you for coming to see my movie. What is it? Crispin Hellion Glover." So like he writes this big message, but he also uses big print and he'll take up like a huge corner, and it's like, oh thanks, you covered up half my poster.
Yeah.
Idea because for my mental sanity, I stay off the internet.
Oh,
so this is an opportunity for us to meet in real life, talk.
So you hear that? All the haters out there, she doesn't even read your shit. Like she's not even watching your videos. space off the internet.
Get to know
That's
each other,
weird.
although it is brief because there's of course a lot of people to get through. I still get to have time and I get to learn about who these characters have become in your life. I've heard stories from adults and kids alike
I need the
about
jacket.
how Carol Danvers, for example, has given them strength in times of need, and that means the absolute world to me. That is the reason why I wanted to play
great
Carol.
poster.
That was my goal, and so it makes my life feel like the art I'm making is worth it and has a purpose in this world, and that's because of what all of you are doing with it. Comic-Cons are also really fun because people cosplay, they dress up, and so you see lots of
Wait, hold on.
different
That shirt. Hold on. What, that shirt said my mother is a flirkin. Is that what that said?
My other cat is a flirkin.
Oh, okay.
cosplay,
I
they
kind of
dress
want
up,
that shirt
and
now.
so you see lots of different fun costumes.
Oh my
I
God.
love, of course, seeing
Goose.
characters that I've played over the years. I've seen many different versions of Carol Danvers. I'm lucky enough to have played her in so many films with so many costumes. There's so many different ways to portray her. It is also a time where I learn about the different merch out there with my face on it. I see new Funko Pops that I've never seen before. There was also a giant life-size bust of me. I don't know how that person obtained that or how they were able to get the specific specifications of the upper half of my body. But hey, good job. It looked real. They were super excited about it, and we love to see it.
All right, that's good. I think we'll stop there. We got the gist of it. That's what a great video, though. Go check out the rest of that on her channel.
Do you know where I first saw Brie Larson, or where I first was conscious of her? Maybe I saw her before that, but where I was first conscious of her. I'm a huge fan of Community. And she played Abed's girlfriend, Rachel, in several episodes of Community.
Oh, wow.
In fact, she was introduced in the gas leak year. If you know, you know, the infamous gas leak year. And she's one of the few characters that was introduced in the gas leak year to come back after Dan Harmon took back control of the show.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dan
to me,
Harmon.
it was 21 Jump Street and then Scott Pilgrim. And then I saw a movie she did with Mark Wahlberg called The Gambler, which I really like. And then I was just like, and then Skull Island, and then all this stuff. And I was like, and when they were throwing her name out,
Skull Island. Yeah.
they're throwing her name out
was good.
for Carol Danvers. I was like, I could see it, but just like, come on, y'all got it better.
Fuck yeah.
I need to finish Lessons in Chemistry. I love that book.
Good show.
And I need to finish it, and that's probably the one thing I'd be like, can you sign the book and whatnot? And yeah, and probably dress as Scott Pilgrim. I don't know.
Let's see here. We got a $5 super chat from Silhouette Animator. By the way, Nerdrotic is a huge fan of Drawn Together, probably the most racist adult animated comedy in the past 20 years. Drawn Together. I don't think I've seen a lot of episodes of that. Has anybody else watched that?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I might not have even seen full episodes of it. Drawn Together. Yeah. Is it still out? Does anybody know if that's still on TV or if it's not?
Are any of the, I don't think any of the Adult Swim does Cartoon Network still do Adult Swim?
I didn't know if they had picked off some of the shows that were more successful and like put them all out as like a separate show. $10 super chat from Silhouette Animator. Thank you so much, by the way. Crispin Glover, by the way, has done an art film only in festivals called What Is It? That's what you're talking about.
I've seen it.
Yeah. It has actors with Down syndrome and other disabilities being exploited and cruelty to snails. It's got more than that in it from what I've heard. That's bad, but it's got a lot more than that. And Joe, I know you can't talk about too much because it's probably really graphic, but
yeah, I've seen people with Down syndrome on screen.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't in the shower, but they were. If they were, they'd be getting a wetty.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, Crispin Glover. That movie is the one where if you try to look up stuff about it online, it's really hard to find because it's very locked down. Like the images from it is locked down. Where did you see it at, Joe?
I saw it at the Monster Mania convention in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, in 2005, I want to say. They brought in Crispin Glover. A lot of people wanted to meet him because it's a horror movie convention, and they were real big on getting Friday the 13th cast members, and he was one. Everyone who loves Part 4 was like, you got to get Crispin Glover. So they got him, But his thing is he doesn't just come to a con and do a signing. That's not his thing. You have to sit through his movie, and you have to sit through a slideshow he put together, and then he does a Q&A to talk about the movie, and then I'll sign autographs.
Wow.
And on every autograph, no matter what you're getting signed, he insists on writing, "Your dear whoever, thank you for coming out to see my movie. What is it?"
All right, so never go to that particular screening and get an autograph from him.
And then he made a sequel called It Is Fine, I think. So I know my friend Adam the Woo's poster says, "Thank you for coming to see my movie. It is fine," because he saw the sequel.
Oh.
All right. The only thing I've seen him other than Back to the Future is American Gods. And I like that. So.
Yeah. Sad that show's not around anymore. But all right, so we are going to bring up our next topic. This is for everybody out there who is waiting for the sequel. James Gunn Man of Tomorrow villain is Brainiac.
Oh my god.
All right, so I got a little bit of info over here. Let me find my tab. All right. So this is obviously a hype piece article. Trying to get everybody excited for this. Brainiac is almost definitely the villain. It says almost because the Wrap article reported that Brainiac, one of Superman's greatest, smartest adversaries, is the big bad. Gunn teased it with the script cover showing a brain cross section. And that's where they got this from. It's going to be a Superman and Lex team up. Partnership between the two characters who normally despise each other. The alliance is built around, presumably, Brainiac being a much bigger threat. Now, Gunn hasn't officially said Brainiac, but by putting that cross-section brain on the shared image, he's basically saying it without saying it. He's letting speculation fuel hype, which is classic James Gunn. Now, the release date for this is going to be July 9th, 2027. And what do we think about this? Chad, I want you to chime in too. Any huge Brainiac fans? Anything like that going on?
I think it's long overdue.
Yeah.
I mean, Brainiac was going to be the villain in the sequel to Superman Returns that we never got. So I think we've been waiting a long time for a Brainiac movie.
Long overdue. Especially if for those like me who grew up in the animated series. It's like, all right, who are you going to get and how are you going to write him? And how much lower are you going to throw at Brainiac? And for the love of God, don't kill him off in this one. Like you these characters you hold up for a while before you let them go.
Well, the thing is that DC villains typically don't get killed off. Like they don't die. Like typically you stop them. I mean, some of them have, but then they just eventually come back, down the road. I don't think a character like Brainiac, and I even use this as like a big bad in the title, whereas like next big bad or whatever. Brainiac is a Thanos level threat for DC. Like you could really take this character and put him in lots of stories, different team ups, different things that are going on with DC to create that larger, broader, wider universe they're trying to create without directly connecting everything together because it's Brainiac. So time travel, multiverse shit, all that stuff is possible with Brainiac. Elseworld stories, all of that is possible with this character. And I'm really excited for that. Plus, if you're thinking about something that would get Superman to team up with Lex Luthor, this is the person. This is the character.
Yep.
Now,
yeah.
Do you think that James Gunn did this because this is what he wanted to do? Or do you think it has to do with the fan, expectations? Like people were crying out for Brainiac anyway. Do you think that had anything to do with this at all?
He's a nerd. He's a nerd like us, regardless of how of some stuff that you may not like what he does with the project or not. He is a nerd. I mean, again, before he started shooting anything, as far as I recall, he would just drop photos or just random books from across time. Not just Dark Knight Returns, not just Watchmen, not just A Long Halloween, not the big hitters, which I love. But he was throwing out these random comics all the time and recommending people to read them. And then, if I'm not mistaken, under his regime, after every trailer with DC relation, they would read the comics. And so, no, I think that he knows I fully agree. People like him and Dave Filoni, if they weren't doing what they're doing, they'd be here with us doing these streams or doing stuff like that. Like, be like, ooh, what are they gonna do at DC? What are they gonna do at that? So he knows people have been wanting this. He knows that the character has been, long overdue to do a adaptation. Like, again, I don't know if you guys know, but back in the 90s, when Tim Burton was going to do the movie for a hot minute, I believe Christoph Walken was going to do Brainiac, which would have been fascinating to see. But yeah, I don't think this is just pressure from the fans. No. This was inevitable. If he didn't ever, in his time as DCU co-CEO, he never adapted this character, then he really missed the mark of Superman and his lore beyond the movies.
What about you, Joe? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this finally happen. There's two things I would like. Number one, there's two versions of Brainiac. We have the Brainiac that originated from the planet Colu. That's the original Brainiac. And then the animated series and later Smallville changed it to give him a Kryptonian origin. I hope they stick with the original origin because I don't like the idea that all Superman's villains come from Krypton. It makes the DC universe too much. It's smaller. It shrinks the DC universe. Because we've already got General Zod, and now what Brainiac's going to be from Krypton. I never liked the Kryptonian origin, so I do hope he's from Colu. And there is an actor. Look, I trust James Gunn. Whoever James Gunn wants to cast, I trust him. But there is an actor that I have kind of wanted to see play Brainiac for over 20 years now, since I first saw him in the movie Serenity, and that's Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think he would really pull that off. I think when he played the operative in Serenity, he was so cold and calculating, and I'm like,
let me get a visual for people so they can see. I remember who he is, but let me get a visual.
But I was like, man, this is a guy who could play an evil android, because he's just very, very cold in that movie, the performance he gives.
If Marvel's not going to do anything with him, I say, hey, DC, get him. Yeah, that's a good choice. Who else? Who would I choose?
I can't find a good picture of him for some reason.
Who would be a good Brainiac casting? Damn, that's good.
Eric Crash wants Sydney Sweeney as Brainiac.
That'd be something.
Let's see here. Everything is all the pictures are like Summer Glau and Marina Baccarin. That's the only people I can find in the movie.
If he wasn't cast as Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad, I could see David Dastmalchian as a Brainiac. I think.
That's a good one.
Between his performance in Prisoners and Dune, I could see a little bit of Brainiac in David Dastmalchian.
David Dastmalchian's already played my favorite Flash villain, Abracadabra. I love Abracadabra.
Oh, is it CW? Okay.
Yeah.
I can find pictures of him everywhere, but from that movie specifically, it's really hard. Here we go. I think I might have one.
I haven't seen.
People are going to be like, I don't know who this person is. It's like, no, you know who he is.
Well, he was in the Doctor Strange movies too.
Yeah, he's been Mortal.
Yeah.
He's also in The Martian, 12 Years a Slave. From what I heard, he's a brilliant theater actor.
Here we go. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, him as Brainiac would be incredible. And I'm pretty sure James Gunn is familiar with him, right? Has he worked with James before in the past, or no?
I don't know if he's worked with James.
I'm not sure, honestly.
I wouldn't. If I were you, I wouldn't turn down at the very least a meeting with him about it. But also, and again, some actors aren't interested in this. I one day would like to experience it, but like you also have to like go in and I would think makeup. You do on the full-on makeup with the suit, and like you make it bring to life.
You show up in the interview like that.
For marketing, but like that'd be nice. But like, to me, the closest James has gone to the Brainiac stuff visually is when he did the High Evolutionary.
Oh yeah.
When oh my God, what's his name? God, he was so good as the High Evolutionary. But when you see the High Evolutionary, you can see a little bit of like early early drafts of what you can do with Brainiac. I think I could be wrong.
We did have a super chat here from Columbia Rican, $5 super chat. James Gunn pays attention to detail. I'm excited about Brainiac. It reminds me how I felt when the Borg was in the first Star Trek First Contact.
I can see that. Yeah, the notion of the Borg and Star Trek and this guy. Yeah.
I actually think the cool thing about this is just the sheer visual aspects of what you can do with Brainiac with today's technology in a big budget film. I think it's going to be incredible. Plus, we know that there's other heroes around, so it isn't like it's just like with Man of Steel, it's just Superman versus Zod and all the Kryptonian tech and stuff like that. No, we have heroes everywhere. So that's going to make it interesting because he said this isn't just going to be a Superman sequel. So I'm assuming we're going to see other characters show up. Like, who would you want to see come back? Mr. Terrific for me, for sure. I'd love to see Mr. Terrific come back.
Absolutely.
I know Joe's going to say Guy Gardner because that's his. I was going to say that's his guy there for sure. You know who we need to see in a project ASAP is Hawk Girl. Like, we need her in something else soon, where we can give her a lot more than what she got in the Superman movie.
You guys know me. I need The Question. I need Animal Man. I need me as Kyle Rayner. I can go for some Mr. Miracle and Big Barda outside of the animated series, which I'm pumped for Tom King. The New Gods. Hell, there's so much to do with the character with DC. They just people don't realize how much they just not even scratch the surface. There's just so much more outside of the big money draws.
I think we're getting there. Yeah. All right, we got a comment here from Jonathan McIntosh says, "Today's my birthday. Can I get a shout out, Eric?" You can. Everybody, happy birthday to Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Hope you had a great day. Or if it's like today, starting now, like at midnight, if you're on the East Coast, hopefully this next 24 hours is good for you. If not, hope you had a great birthday. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Flockavelli says, is there a chance we can get Marion Marsh? I think Marsh. It's like, wait, hold on. Martian Manhunter for once. There was that tease in Zack Snyder's Justice League that we got.
Yeah.
And we did have a version of Martian Manhunter on Supergirl, but that's all we've really had. What comic was it, chat? You're going to get me on this one because I always talk about it and I can never remember where it fucking happened. But there was a comic run. It might have been Injustice. Maybe it was another one where they asked Superman which character he's the most afraid of. And he said Martian Manhunter. I can't remember what it was. But he didn't want to fight Martian Manhunter for some reason.
Huh.
I don't remember what run that was. Somebody out there knows. It was Injustice. That makes sense. Yeah. Bob, your Organized Chaos. Good to see you, Bob, in the chat. Hell, we barely scratched the surface with Wonder Man. Yeah, there's a lot of DC that deserves
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, there's more DC. Wonder Man. I'm thinking about Marvel. There's a lot of DC that deserves more exposure. Wonder Man coming up soon. It's right around the corner, actually.
2 more months.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my boy Booster Gold to show up.
Ooh, Booster Gold. That's another one. Yeah.
Still, that's my most anticipated DCU projects. That Booster Gold TV show.
Not bad, pig. Yeah. I'll patiently wait for Mangold's Swamp Thing.
Ooh,
like James, take your time, but please don't wait till I'm 50. Like that'd be nice.
We do have a person joining us here now. All of a sudden, it is Darren in the house. So
I use the name Turkey type bitch.
Well, it is. It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
We do it that way, so we'll get more of
Chicken Run. Did you guys know that Chicken Run was re-released?
I saw that.
Yeah, I love that effing movie. That was a big part of my childhood.
This year's going to be a weird year for me in terms of Thanksgiving and the holidays because we got a lot of weird stuff we're balancing. So this upcoming weekend, we're doing a baby shower for a family member. So our weekend's going to be kind of busy. And then for Thanksgiving, because I'm not a big, maybe it's just me, I'm not a big Thanksgiving person. I've never been a big Thanksgiving person. Some people in my family are, but I've just never been like. I love the getting together of family, but just the holiday itself has never been one of my big ones.
I save that money, food, and energy for Christmas.
Yeah,
and especially me because I'm part Mexican, so we go. Wow.
Also, turkey puts me to sleep too quickly. Like I eat a little bit of turkey and I'm completely out, like knocked out.
Never been too crazy about turkey. I think I told Darren back, but like usually I'll go for like Pollo Loco or KFC or Popeyes.
Wait, Darren, you said you do like turkey or you don't like turkey?
I do not like. I've never had a good turkey.
So what we used to do, so my mom growing up, we're going to do a little nostalgia here about Thanksgiving, but my mom growing up, she didn't like turkey. So on Thanksgiving, the two dishes that we always got was her special mac and cheese, where she would like put all this seasoning and stuff in. It was really good. And fried chicken. So it's like, that was our Thanksgiving. Fried chicken and mac and cheese. And then she would make her own like the big fluffy yeast rolls that you'd let rise for like a whole day or whatever. She would do those with like a special sauce, like a butter sauce. If you've ever been to Texas Roadhouse, those types of rolls, and she made her own like butter sauce to go with it, like apple butter sauce. Really, really good. That was our Thanksgiving. So I was never big on turkey, but I've had family members that love turkey, and I always go there and I'm disappointed because I'm like, where's my mac and cheese? Where the fuck is my fried chicken? Where the fuck is my Texas Roadhouse rolls? Don't have any of those. Anybody doing anything for Thanksgiving? Anything exciting? Anything going on? Because it's only a couple weeks away.
Probably working.
Working.
Probably.
What about you, Joe? Any big plans for the holiday?
My sister-in-law and her kids are coming up from Virginia. In previous years, we've gone down to their house, but she's going through a divorce this year, so we're hosting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get to watch the chaos unfold in my house as my wife freaks out about everybody coming up here.
So also for the holidays, for Christmas, we're doing a thing where this year we are doing a new, I don't know if it's a TikTok thing or something. It's like my sister-in-law's talked about this, but it's like a one important gift thing. So like everybody gets one thing they really want. Like you ask for one thing and that's the only thing you exchange. There's no
for Christmas.
Like, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's just like it's valuing something. Like you pick one thing and that's the one thing you want, and then everybody pulls together to buy that. So you get the one thing that you really want, even if it's only like $30 or whatever. And that's kind of what we're doing for the holidays. So it's a change up. I like buying a bunch of little things for people. So this is very difficult for me because I will see like a hat that I know somebody wants, and I'm like, I'm going to get them that hat. I'm going to get them that T-shirt. I want to get them those the jock strap. I mean what did we just... You know what? We're just gonna move on, and I'm not even gonna try and correct that. Anyway, I'm a big Christmas gift person, so I love to like put little things in a box and give it to people.
Yeah.
And so let's go. So anybody we're just gonna pretend I didn't even say that. Were anybody planning on going anywhere for Christmas this year, or are you staying close by your family at all?
Staying here. Survive the work season. This is our worst time of year in terms of just like craziness. And it's already started, so
I'm on my way to LA for them. Yeah.
I love being at home for the holidays. I love being with the family. I love doing all that shit. But when I get to work, I'm like, please let it be over. I can't wait till March.
Fetman, I refuse to be shamed for my flub. I refuse. Plead the fifth. I said it, but I'm not going to explain it. So, here's a good one. Tony says, do you guys watch Christmas movies all through December? Not totally, but I do tend to watch some. Like, there's a handful of them that we always watch around Christmas time. The one that we've added in the most recently as a Christmas tradition is the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Yeah.
That's something that's become like a regular viewing thing for us around Christmas time. Which is a good segue into our next topic, which is Werewolf by Night Part 2.
Oh.
So they've confirmed that we're getting a sequel to that. I tried to find out if there's any details about it, but it doesn't seem to be a lot other than we know we're getting it, unless something has been updated since that. Has anybody seen anything else about that?
Just what is it? What's his name, Ron? I forget.
Michael Giacchino.
Thank you. Yeah, he's coming back
to direct.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
it.
score.
Really.
He had just done a live stream Q&A. Fuck, I should have been part of it and asked him like, "Yo, Work by Night 2?"
You know, Michael Giacchino was just a guest on the Fun for All Ages podcast with Frank Santopadre, which, by the way, if you're not listening to that podcast, it's the continuation of Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal podcast. Obviously, Gilbert passed, but his co-host is keeping the show going. I was listening to that, and it's the second time he's been a guest. He was a guest on the old Gilbert show. I think of all the celebrities out in the world, if I could choose one celebrity to be my buddy and hang out with, it would be Michael Giacchino. He just sounds like a cool guy.
He is one of the sweetest people I've encountered. I think I must have told you all during the time we've known each other, Darren. They're like
Right?
3 years already, almost 3 years in a row, or three San Diego Comic-Cons in a row. I bumped into him, like in the streets, like after the day when everybody's finding a bar or restaurant. And I just would bump into him and be like, "The fuck?" I was like, "The Incredibles?" And I remember one year being like, "Coco?" And then the last time before I met him, he had just been announced for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Congrats! I knew that you were perfect choice." He's like, "Thank you, man." And then the next year when the movie did come out, the day I was gonna go see it, right before I went to go see it, I was walking the artist alley with our mutual friend of ours, Draven Mayberry and Omni Media. And I'm showing the guys because it was their first time at Comic-Con. And lo and behold, I'm the only one in the group. And the boys can attest to this. I was the only one that recognized him. I was like, and I was like, "Is it Giacchino?" Like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I took a photo with him, and his son was with him, Mick Giacchino, who did the score for The Penguin and Skeleton Crew. And I was just like geeking out with them, and yeah, it was the coolest shit. And they just went incognito; they were just buying stuff, and I was just like, "The fuck just happened?" So yeah, he'd be a blast. I wish I could interview him one day.
He's getting ready to direct his first feature. He's going to do a remake of The Thing, or not The Thing, Them.
Oh, that's the weird part. That technically, I consider Werewolf by Night his first feature, even though it's more of a TV movie. But before Werewolf by Night, this announcement, for the longest time since Werewolf by Night came out, he was linked up to do I think it's called Them, the big ant movie from the 50s to 60s, and there's been no progress at all of that movie. Yeah. And then a few days ago, this thing hits the fans, and it's like, what the hell? After he had said, "Oh yeah, I had to rewrite the whole score for Fantastic Four,"
right?
Which is mind-bending to me. I'm like, what the hell was that piece of music?
I think I've mentioned this on here before. I think we've talked about this before, but I really think these special presentations is what they're going to be really leaning into for Disney Plus over the past couple of years. We have had no real new announcements for new Disney Plus shows coming after this next after Vision Quest and stuff like that. They've said they're working on these animated shows, which I'm very excited for. I truly think the future of Disney Plus Marvel is the animated series and these special presentations. And if they are really leaning into these and they're like, "Okay, we want to start making a couple more of these, what are the safe options?" One, Punisher, safe option. Everyone loved the Punisher. He loved it. That's a very safe option. And then they might be like, "Okay, to start off, let's just do a sequel to one we've done." They can't do Guardians. They can't do that one because James Gunn's not going to be coming back. What else is on the table? Werewolf by Night. And so they're like, well, people love these Halloween kind of things. They love zombies. They love Agatha. Let's give this guy another shot. Let's give him, it'll be cheap, low budget. Hopefully low budget. So let's just give this another shot. And I really do think if Punisher in this does well, I do think this will be the future of the Marvel Disney Plus side of things. And I think that's smart. Lean into that. Make these little, non-committal projects. You don't have to watch this to understand the MCU. I don't think they're going to be doing anything that's going to lead to anything else. We can just have this little tiny series of mini movies on Disney Plus over these next couple of years with these characters that mean nothing, but you can still enjoy it and have a great time. Punisher, on the other hand, you might need to watch that for Spider-Man, but this one at least feels very self-contained, and I'm very excited for it. Sorry, I went on a little ramble there. Sorry, but
Ronan was saying that your mic, and I heard it a little bit, sounded a little weird there for a second.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little off. It feels like second rotation instead of like main plug. But yeah, Darren, I've been singing that praise for the longest time. I'm like, listen, Werewolf by Night and that holiday special were received so good that other than the Punisher, what else has been greenlit to do another chance with? Everybody's still waiting for Nova. Fucking God bless his soul. Brendan Davis keeps asking Feige anytime he can. They're like, yo, where's Nova? Which I don't blame him.
That needs to be a movie.
Yeah.
Make that a movie, please. Yeah.
I just checked. There's no public budget for the first special of this. There's no.
Oh.
They've never said what the budget is.
It's free.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the 50 to maybe. Hell, if I was really thinking of price, 50 to maybe $75 million range, which
could be lower.
Maybe even lower. Maybe even
they
lower.
They could do it for like a project like this could be cheap. Yes. They don't need all the bells and whistles. They don't need the massive budget. I just think it's that like Marvel, like, well, it's a Marvel project, so it has to be all this money. It's like, well, no. Look back at what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was doing with like 2 quarters and a dime back in the day. So it's like this is a project that I think has to do less than a show like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a show that had like helicarriers and people with powers, and you had Ghost Rider and all these crazy things. So I think a project like this, it's like, yeah, you can do it for super.
Well, the one thing I like about this as well is this doesn't have to connect to the other stuff.
No.
Like, it doesn't have to. There's no reason for it to. You know what I mean? Like, if they want to bring these characters in for like a Midnight Sun story or something like that, they could do that, but they don't have to. Like, there's no reason. Yeah. Like this werewolf character doesn't have to hang out with Iron Man. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to hang out with Spider-Man. He doesn't need to be traveling through space. Like this is just a story that it can exist by itself in its own little section of the Marvel universe, even more so than the New York characters, because the New York characters have a much more likely chance of like stumbling into another superhero than Werewolf by Night does.
Yeah. I really think we're going to be going back. I know it sucks because they literally blew them all up to do this new stuff, but I think we're going back to what they were in the Infinity Saga, where we had these shows, we had these specials, we had this other stuff, but they are in the MCU, but they're on their own. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and Runaways. You can love those projects, and they're there, but they're just over there somewhere. You don't have to know what's going on, but you can still enjoy them, and I think that's probably what we're doing.
Do you know what character should get that treatment and go to Disney Plus, either as a series or a made for TV special? Or Blade.
Yeah.
Blade. There's no reason Blade needs to be a movie, because the one thing we keep hearing is people want this connectivity in the movies. They're like, if it doesn't connect, they're like, well, that didn't go anywhere. But how is a character who kills vampires going to like feed into the Avengers storyline? I don't see how you connect that. So just put Blade on TV, let him do his own thing. He's killing vampires. Yeah, he's in the Marvel universe, but then you don't have to connect him to a greater storyline.
I think what they have to do onwards is that they have to not even like tell us, okay, this is connected or not, but like even I don't know. I would just be like, all right, put out a few movies that are connected, and then do another row of movies. So like they're just one-offs. You don't have to see the prior movies, and they don't have to be connected one another. There's their own thing. I still think Blade can be a movie. It's just that you just need to simplify it. And I don't work in the industry, but it feels like they're putting too much pressure on themselves, where it's just like you just need a compelling story and a guy fighting vampires. I don't think it has to take 6 to potentially almost 10 years to crack it, in my opinion. But then again, I'm not a writer, so it might seem weird how that might come about. But I've said that, like, for the first few years with the X-Men, I don't need Wolverine, but you know what'd be a great way to bring him in? Give him a special. You give him a Marvel special presentation, And if you really want to make a buck out of it, because he is a well-known character, you release the movie a month or month and a half, 2 months before it drops on Disney Plus, and you get to make some money out of it. But not lower budget, simple, basic way to introduce Wolverine into the MCU. But you do that after a while of introducing the X-Men. Don't follow the same treadstones that you did with the prior adaptations, live-action adaptations. Again, the melting pot. There's so much you can do with specials, and you don't have to break the bank, in my opinion.
Sorry, my cat is.
Does it sound okay now?
Yeah.
Static
Yeah. No static.
I just ordered a microphone. I've been dealing with this shit for months. It's time. It is time.
Yeah. No, my cat was like trying to get in, so I brought her in, and then I shut the door, and then she went back to the door and wanted to get out, and I'm like, "What are we doing?" And she's walking out again now. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, Bob says, read Blood Hunt from last year, Joe. Blade was the focus point for a threat to the whole Marvel universe. Oh.
Well, that's the thing. He can be, but if you're trying to figure out how to fit him in and you're struggling, you don't need to. Like, you can just have him be doing his own thing, hunting down vampires on his own. He doesn't have to be part of like an Infinity Saga or a multiverse saga. He could just be out there killing vampires.
Fair. I think he's just such a high profile character for so many, though, that I feel like people would really want to see him on the big screen.
Also, I'll point out, he's already had a TV show and it was really good. Yeah. The only reason it got canceled was because Spike TV wanted to position themselves as the network for men, and the ratings were strong on that TV show.
But it had a female co-lead in the show.
The demographics watching it, they found were they found too many women were watching, and it didn't meet their demographics.
I would say Mahershala is also a TV star. I mean, he's been in a lot of really prestigious shows.
Yeah.
So
you don't need to keep him though. You can hire somebody else.
I do. There is some comments here from hold on, let me see if I can find it. I wasn't going to talk about it as a topic, but since that TV star thing came up, I think it's important to maybe bring it up if I have it bookmarked. You guys know me. Maybe it's not bookmarked. If it's not, then we'll just move on. Oh, here it is. So we all know Stellan, right? Everybody familiar with him? Yeah. He says, let's read this here. Actually, let me hit my little B there. Says he doesn't like making TV shows because it's a poor man's storytelling. He made an exception for Andor. Andor wasn't traditional television. Normal TV's writing or television writing is everything is in the text. Everything is explained. So it doesn't matter who plays it or who directs it. Wow, that's people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Darren.
I'm convinced he just doesn't watch TV. I have a feeling he turns it on and it's like those daytime drama shows that air like 50 episodes a week to stay on the air. Like, I feel like those are the kind of shows he's watching, and he just happened to find Andor. I know you have a whole thing here, but it's like, did you not watch Breaking Bad? Did you not watch Better Call Saul? Did you not watch literally any HBO show? Like, it feels like he just happens to have watched all the shitty CW shows over the years. But like, even those, you have like your like Supernaturals and your One Tree Hills that are like very iconic, sometimes well-made TV. So it's such a weird. I'm sorry, it's such a weird take.
Yeah, it's weird. And again, like, I would argue one of his best performances of his whole career is Luthen Rail, and it's in TV, dude. I feel bad I wasn't in LA or New York where I can catch some of these episodes in the big screen. I would have loved to do that. But people fell in love with this character through television, and sadly, he's not the only one who thinks of who I admire. Like, I know Tarantino has his way with TV. Like, nah, I don't like cinema, which I'm like, listen, I love cinema, but TV also has its strength. It's I point to regardless of how you feel about the network, but look what Taylor Sheridan did with his Yellowstone shows or his other offshoots shows. Look at Darren said HBO, and again, it's not even just them. In the heyday of AMC, look what they're pulling.
Those early Walking Dead seasons are like acclaimed, like TV for many people. I also just Andor's great. Andor, yes, it's one of the greatest shows of all time. I haven't finished it, but I get it. I do sometimes get a little annoyed though when people are like, he's not the first person to have this take where it's like, oh yeah, Andor's the best show that's ever made and nothing has ever come close to it ever. I'm like, guys, it's a great show, but there are other shows than Andor out there. This is not the only one that has accomplished it. Many have done it better, and many will continue to do it better and worse. Obviously, there's a volume here. Obviously, Andor is great. But yeah, no, it's so weird. I don't know.
I mean, did you read what he says? He goes, people will understand it even while they're doing the wash or cleaning the kitchen. It's poor man's storytelling, easy and cheap. I get depressed when I watch it.
You say the same with movies.
This is just, look, to be honest, so his opinion is his opinion, but this is so disrespectful to all the people working in the TV side of entertainment. It's just so disrespectful.
It's antiquated thinking too. Like, I mean, this is the way that they used to think, like back in the 50s, like about television. Yeah. But this, I mean, personally, I don't even think Andor's that good. That's just me. But
Ronan loves it.
I think that literally every other Star Wars TV show was better. But
oh man, Andor built muscle for this franchise. Ooh.
Television's great though. Like, I mean,
yeah, it's such a like genuinized like mindset as well. Like, I could also go to movies and like I could go on the Hallmark Sit channel and be like, oh yeah, I can just watch this while I'm doing the dishes. Well, yeah, if you cherry pick and you are only seeing certain movies that are playing, of course you can play this. Like, of course you could watch it while you're mindlessly doing stuff. But then again, you have like these Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad isn't one of those like, oh, I'll just put it on in the background. That is right now. Pluribus is out right now. You cannot go out and go do dishes while watching Pluribus. You have to sit down and pay attention for it to make sense, for it to work. It just screams as someone that just doesn't watch television, which is fine.
And also this feels like they probably don't appreciate what animation does in both film and television. And especially, I would argue that some of the best storytelling I've seen over the past few decades is with animations and regard anime. Anything, there's some of the best stuff in anime is just as some of the best stuff as Scorsese's put out, as Coppola, as Tarantino.
I mean, look at Penguin, Ronan. Look at Penguin.
I've met friends of mine. I'll never forget friends of mine watched the finale for Penguin, and they were like, "I can't believe you got me rooting for the bad guy." But at the end, he proved to be the bad guy, and we all hated the choice he made. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. And like, you do that with a character like this. Like imagine if you're an actor. Imagine how much that felt to get those scripts for 8 episodes and just eat those lines and just digest all that stuff. Like, again, listen, Stellan, I love Lutheran Rail, love the other stuff you've done, but like, you can't tell me I have more range than a lot of these creatives. Like, that can't be right. I've just, like, they beat me by decades. Like, there's no way I have more range than them. That's the case, that breaks my heart.
Yeah, I hate this take because I love him as an actor. So hearing him come out and say something so antiquated and like almost anti-art in a way, you know what I mean? It feels almost anti-art. It's not quite there. Close.
Feels like what a drunk relative would have said. Like,
it's like your old uncle. I don't watch those shows. I don't watch those soap operas.
It's such a dumb comment because you're going to have more talented people and less talented people working in every field. Like, you're going to have who's a great TV runner right now. Everybody's all over Taylor Sheridan. I don't really watch any of his shows, but everyone's like, "Oh, Taylor Sheridan." Okay, well, he's an example of somebody that everybody loves who's working on television. But then in the movie side, you got guys like Uwe Boll making movies. So it's like, not everyone's going to be your top tier talent in the movies, and not everyone's going to be your top tier talent on television. It depends what you're watching.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, imagine, especially now here's the thing, with movies now, imagine how much they feel if you go into a movie with some interest, an ounce of interest, and it is bad, You go, I just wasted 2 hours of my life I can't get back, and I wasted what, $20, $30 on pricing, and maybe $30 on popcorn and soda. So like, y'all know me, I'm the cinephile. I love going to the cinemas. Like I have a Criterion collection. Like I will go to bat, but I also can be aware that like, listen, sometimes depending on your economy and where you live, TVs are more affordable now than movies. Movies used to be the thing that like anybody can go to.
Nobody
You didn't have to
should
sign
be
up to
paying
HBO.
that much for a movie with Regal Unlimited and AMC A-List out there for $20 a month. You could see as many as you want.
But again, sometimes people don't do that. Sometimes that's fair, but sometimes the people don't have that schedule. Sometimes people have to work in that time, and they don't have. They savor the moment to go to the cinemas to get out of all their day-to-day life, and then when they go see a turd, it fucking bums them out. Be like, God damn it, I waited for that shit. So like, it's no side of the other has. Oh Jesus, no side of the other has the advantage when it comes to storytelling. And
I would
imagine his managers, his agent, hearing this and going, "Oh no."
Well, can't book him in this.
Yeah, like why would you hire him for a TV show after he says
Yeah.
that? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
I know a lot of people don't like this opinion I have, but like, I would honestly argue that not all, but a lot of movies could be improved upon in the TV formula because I just think sometimes more details are better.
Yeah.
Not all. Obviously, some need to be the right. Sometimes movies are too long and the story doesn't fit that. But I think a lot of the times I come out of a movie and I'm like, that was good. I needed more. I needed more time. I needed that to settle. And there's an art form to that. There is a reason. That's for a reason I think a lot of the modern TV shows aren't hitting as much for me because it's like, well, I needed more than 6.5 hours.
And see, I'm often feeling that I need less. Like I sometimes think that in the movies too. Like I often complain movies are too long. Like you could have cut a half hour out of that.
Sometimes.
And a lot of these TV shows, they'll be like, we did 13 episodes this season, and I'll watch it and be like, you should have done 8.
Sometimes.
Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat. I have a suggestion. Play the game Dispatch as a stream and everyone takes a shot at an episode to see how the showcast directs the story. I mean, we could. Is it how much does the game cost? Is it like a full like $100?
No, it's $30 for all 6 chapters.
Okay. I might give it a shot. I don't know. I tried doing gaming streams back in the day, but it's such a saturated market online. It's hard to really get into. But I mean, in the chat right now, you guys have an opportunity. Would you show up and watch me or other people play Dispatch? Let me know in the chat if you would, and we might do it. It's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm wrapping up my current game right now, and I'm thinking of hopping into it myself. And I've heard great things. I've heard fantastic things about it. I've heard it's like Life is Strange meets Invincible, and that sounds exciting.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
I've never heard of Dispatch.
It's one of the characters that just came out.
Yeah, 2 of the characters are just blowing up on social media. They're just ravishing. Blonde something, and then another one's like a demon-looking one. Whatnot. Pretty good cast, from what I heard, that are part of that.
Aaron Paul?
Aaron
from
Paul?
Breaking Bad? Yeah.
YouTuber Moist Critical, I think. I could be wrong.
Blonde
Blazer, there we go. That's who it is. Blonde Blazer. One day I'll get into the gaming side. I really want to like stream playing some games via Twitch or YouTube.
All right, so we have one more main topic that I had listed, which is this one. For anyone who doesn't like David Zaslav, it's a pretty big deal. Warner Brothers Discovery updates David Zaslav's employment agreement amid strategic review. I was reading through this. I actually had to break it down because the smiling face over there of David Zaslav. I was breaking it down just so you guys can understand what's going on here because I think it's really important. Okay. So, where's my notes at? Right here. All right. So in this article, we talk about what it looks like for David Zaslav's future at Warner Brothers. And I think it's really interesting because some of the things that he has right now leaves him up in the air for stuff that could be changing down the road. But they're trying to make sure that he does not, where's it at? He does not walk away without a bunch of money. So here's the first point. If the company is sold or broken up by the end of 2026, Zaslav's job extends through 2030. So immediately, if it's sold or broken up, he gets another 4 years locked in contractually, regardless of who it's sold to and regardless of which portions of it are sold off. This means they want him tied to the company through any big transactional sale, spinoff, restructuring, reverse spinoff, whatever. This protects him from being pushed out early. It's basically a guarantee of continued employment through the chaos. And it's basically them saying, don't worry, even if we sell this thing, you're still cashing in, essentially. Now, his stock options will still vest under multiple scenarios, not just the original planned breakup. So originally, Zaslav would only get a huge stock option haul if Warner Brothers Discovery went through specific split into two companies plans. Remember, like last year, they talked about how they were going to be going back to like HBO, Warner Brothers being its own separate thing, and Discovery being Discovery Global. That was the original plan. But now he gets paid even if they don't do that, as long as some kind of transaction happens. That's it. If they sell, he's good. If they reverse, he's good. Any other deal, he's still good. This is an agreement they made, so he's locked in to get these stock investment options, regardless of what happens. Regardless, if they sell it, if they don't sell it, or if they do something else, he's still locked in.
What the heck?
What is that?
It's one of my streams, but I don't know where it's coming from.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what the heck happened. It was in another window and it just started playing.
I was like, at first I thought it was a joke about David Zaslav. Then it kept going. I'm like, what? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't even hit a button and it just started playing in one of the other windows.
David got some hackers being like, yo, fuck this. Yeah.
So the next point in this article is internal reorganizations will not trigger early payouts. So if Warner Brothers Discovery actually shuffles assets, restructures divisions, carve the company into smaller pieces, doesn't matter. The board wants flexibility to do whatever they need to do to prep the company for a sale. So basically they're saying that no one gets kicked out during any of this process with the sale. But the problem is that this also comes with whoever buys Warner Brothers. So they're stuck with David Zaslav no matter what. That's part of the contract now. So if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, they have to keep David Zaslav on at least till 2030.
Money comes, money goes. It's a wild.
The last bit of the article is the reverse spinoff, which is basically whether Warner Brothers spins off Discovery, meaning breaks up the company, sells part of it, or keeps it all together and sells it as whole. No matter what happens, he gets compensated. He still gets a huge payoff because he's protected now because of this. So David Zaslav has essentially locked himself into making a ton of money no matter what happens. If the company goes under, say for example, we get 2 years down the road and they still haven't sold Warner Brothers, because it could happen. They could sit around doing this for the next couple of years, right? Back and forth with people. Even if the company goes under, it doesn't make any money and it starts to like falter, he still has a parachute. He still gets all these options. He still cashes out. He walks away with possibly one of the biggest compensation packages we've ever seen for a CEO. I don't typically want to talk about this stuff because it makes me feel gross. You know how I feel about the financial stuff, but it's really fascinating to me that someone can actually cause the company to go under, cause the company to be up for sale, cause the company to have all these issues with things that he's done to it, the stuff he's gotten rid of, the IP stuff. Matter of fact, I had a list here. Do I still have the list? I had a list of all the shit. Let's go through this. Canceled finished movies for tax write-off. So he canceled Batgirl, a $70 million finished film. He tossed it in the trash. so the company could take a tax benefit. Same thing happened to Scoob Holiday Haunt and other projects. It blindsided creators, it pissed off the fans, gutting animation and kids programming. He wiped out tons of animated shows from Max and Cartoon Network, not because they were bad, but because deleting them made the books look cleaner. Entire creative teams found out their work disappeared overnight, removing whole chunks of Max's library to avoid paying residuals. This was really egregious. A big part of the content purge was simply cutting costs by not paying creators. Shows vanished, even originals. Some weren't available to buy anywhere, and he did this so that they could not get health care through the company.
It's wild, man. It's like Game of Thrones in 4K.
The HBO Max to Max rebrand, which was a massive failure, the change that confused everyone and made the brand feel cheap. More importantly, it signaled the shift from prestige storytelling to broad generic platform. Most people said it confused them with Cinemax. They're like, why is HBO now called Cinemax?
Yeah.
Slashing budgets, layoffs, chaos across networks, CNN, Turner, Discovery Networks, all cut to the bone. He's been repeatedly criticized for prioritizing debt reduction and cost cutting over stability or vision. Killing finished or in production projects still under NDA. Multiple directors and showrunners have talked carefully about projects that were quietly killed for strategic reasons. Morale across WB, DC, Animation, CNN were tanking. People inside the company have described the environment as demoralizing. The creative identity of Warner Brother has been in freefall. This is the person that he is.
Yeah.
And he did all of this to make the company more financially viable to sell to someone else. If you look back, all of this was to sell Warner Brothers. They acquired it so they could sell it.
Yeah.
Gross. Really gross. Unbelievable. All right. We have Tony Soprano swinging in here. The 2025 decline of Friday Night Zeros is satisfying. They miscalculated on Badlands and Ripper versus Floundering. Chud fatigue is their kryptonite. I think it's a combination of other stuff too. Like, obviously people are getting tired of this, but they're finally seeing what it looks like when less content is coming out. Right? They cried for years. There was too much slop. Too many awful things are coming out. And we have to complain about it. When nothing's coming out, you have nothing to complain about. That's why I feel like they're going so hard on Predator Badlands, because there's nothing else to complain about right now.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah, because they're winning. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What do you think the big December movies are going to be that they're going to complain about? I think Avatar for sure.
Yeah.
Did they complain about the first two? I mean, well, the first one was before their time.
I don't know if they complained about it, but I don't know if they complained about it, but I feel like it would be an easy target for them just because, like, you know what I mean? It's about indigenous people getting just, their society getting destroyed by corporate, entity. Like, I feel like they could easily bootlick for that one and complain about it, in my opinion.
The easy targets right now I'm going to see is that, like, the movie's going to make $2 billion again. And if it doesn't reach close enough, like, well, then,
they'll be like, oh, it only made 1.95 billion. It didn't make 2.
Has James Cameron lost his edge and whatnot? It's like, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about December necessarily, because, like, what, are you gonna complain about SpongeBob? Maybe, I don't know. No, I think, like,
Wonder Man for sure. Wonder Man for sure. They're
Wonder
gonna
Man
complain
for
about Wonder
sure.
Man.
I'm sorry. Extra Hero says they never complain about Avatar, and really? I think that's because I mean I don't know that for sure. I didn't never, but I'll take his word for it. I think if that's true, it's probably because they never want to, or they never used to want to, go against a losing cause. Like they wanted, if they knew the audience was going to embrace something, they didn't want to, have egg on their face and be like, well, crap, it's going to bomb. You know what I mean? That's the way they used to go.
God. Oh, God.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Wrong one. Why did you do that?
Sid.
About just
stop.
Avatar.
Here. This is what he's talking about Avatar 2. So let's do it.
Just got out of Avatar 2, and I feel the same way about this film, exactly the same way as I did the first film. It's very pretty. It was dumb. It was boring. And I will forget about it by the time I hit the car.
There we go.
Actually, I don't disagree completely.
I won't disagree on the
Only
boring part. I'm not an
I like the Avatar movies. Yeah.
I like him too, but also it's like, well, I was expecting him to be like it's woke or whatever.
Well,
Like,
I mean, to be
okay.
fair, that was just a quick out of that. That was the first thing
Yeah.
I could find. I'm pretty sure they've talked about it on the Friday Night Tights stream, but I'm not going to go digging for that. But I just wanted to show that they do actually.
What
they
else
have
might
actually
be
talked about it.
But it's like if you remember back in the day when Marvel was popular, like Marvel has taken a beating in recent years, but back before the Marvel backlash started, they would never touch Marvel. They would never complain about Marvel because the audience embraced it. So it was like a losing battle for them. Like they would go for the low hanging fruits, and I don't think they do that anymore now. Because look, Predator's a hit, and they're trying to say it isn't. They've given up. They're like, well, why try to fit the narrative into reality and warp reality and make it look like we're the ones causing A, B, and C when we could just lie and our audience doesn't call us on it.
In fairness, like with the Marvel thing, I think this whole culture has been within the last it's been there, but really prominent the last 8 to 9 years. So the early days of Marvel were kind of clear of that. And 2, it's what they wanted it to be in the early days of Marvel. We didn't have our first female lead in a Marvel an MCU movie until 2019.
Yep,
which is ridiculous. So why would they complain? It's exactly what it's their perfect world. So then they were finally like, oh shit, this is a little gross. We need to start putting other people in our movies, which is when actually it was. I think Captain Marvel was actually when that huge crusade really started. There was a couple before that, but I think Captain Marvel woke up this generation of bigots to be like, oh wait, this is bad, isn't it, guy? I think that really affected the culture in a big way. And since then it's just been the kind of this spiral downwards.
Sadly, it's been for me. I recall, and thank God I was blindfolded to it as a kid because if not, I think it would have fucked with my head. I remember as soon as The Force Awakens came out, and it was being a big hit.
That one too.
Poor John and Daisy were the biggest targets of that one.
Yeah.
Besides, just it's a rendition of The New Hope, which I'm like, fine, you want to throw that jab, fine. That's a fair jab right there. But each year, 2015.
15, yeah. So 15 was probably the big.
And each year following that, it just got nuclear and nuclear and nuclear. I think right now, one they might go after is probably Wake Up Dead Man, the Knives Out third film. And then we'd say, what's up, Ryan Johnson? They just canceled your Poker Face show. What's the deal? And then maybe Night of the Seven Kingdoms. They might be like, is this what Game of Thrones has come to? What the fuck is going on? And so, those are the easy target I can see right now than going after.
I mean, Wicked is about to come out. That's 2 powerful female leads. It'll be really silly, but it'd be funny if they go after Zootopia for having a powerful female lead.
Didn't Sabrina Carpenter just announce, or is rumor that she's might be doing a Alice in Wonderland musical or something like that?
Yeah,
they might go after that.
Disney. It's not from Disney, but it's her own little thing. Which
they might go after that. I'm intrigued to see that. But
I was just looking at 2020 December 2025, and you're right, Darren. There's not a ton. You said November this month, though, right? Didn't you say?
Yeah, again, the Wickeds, the Zootopias. Again, obviously Avatar will be the big one of next month.
Did they go after Stranger Things or no?
I don't know.
I think they do, but not in the same way they do all the other stuff. I think they've mentioned it, but that's about it. I don't think they've done full on hate videos about it that I've seen. I'm sure there's some channels have, but the bigger ones I don't think have.
I think, and honestly, I think probably because of the Noah Snap thing, it's probably more on their side than it has been in the last couple of years. So the anti-woke mob is after Stranger Things and are standing up for what's right or blah, blah, So maybe it's in their favor now because of everything that's come out. But I don't know. It's I don't know.
I'm trying to find. I got a super chat here from South Texas Shark. It says, did you see Cynthia Riva stood on business? What clip am I looking for?
Is this some person ran up to Ariana Grande to like hug her or do something stupid, and then both Cynthia and Michelle and some of the guards came up. They're like, whoa, let her go. What the fuck you doing? This shit. And it was pretty cool.
Okay.
And I think the night before, or days before that, a fan had found a lost hat of Cynthia, and there was this big clip of her going like, what? And like, you know, but it was someone.
Let me see if I can find it. I think this might be it here. Hold on. Is this the right clip?
Yes, I think so. This setting feels right. Yeah. I think it's about to happen soon. Maybe. It was at Ariana Grande. I know that. There was somebody. Yeah, there we go. This is the fucking. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
Oh my god. She went into like attack mama mode.
Yeah.
Well, that's more than just a hug. I was thinking it was someone like, no, she like.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
She swung around like that. It's like she saw it at the side of her eye, and she just like immediately was like, "No." How did she even know that was happening?
That's 20/20 vision, I guess. I don't know. Like apparently, the individual. This ain't the first time they've done something like this before. Apparently,
I gotta ask though: is "stood on business" like a phrase? I've never heard that.
Yes.
before.
You've never heard that before?
No.
It's somebody who is like backing up what they're saying. So like if someone talks a lot about like being empowered and all that, and then they get threatened by it, if they push back and show that they mean what they say, that's like standing on business. Yeah. So
slang.
I mean, they're like badass, basically.
Yeah. Like when Darren says that he loves Thanksgiving, he puts the hat on. That means Darren is standing on business.
I guess.
Yeah. So
I don't know a lot of like modern like things like
is that modern though?
Well, I don't know. I never heard it before, but I'll tell you like one that I always I don't understand is I don't understand the phrase "ride or die." Like I hear "ride or die" and I'm like, what
really?
Ride what? Like what? Like, what are we talking about? Give me context here. Like
I gotta take you to the city, man.
I always hear them go like, "Oh yeah, we're ride or die," and I'm like, okay,
Ride or die's been out for a minute.
I kind of know what it means through cultural osmosis, but I don't understand the phrase.
Like brothers.
I was gonna say like
you know.
Yeah, I think it's more of like so you mean you don't understand like where it came from, or do you?
I don't understand like what.
I've heard it since the 90s. I feel like it's been around for a long time though.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I can also be like Drax. Like I can be very, very literal because like I hate the phrase, and people know this. I've said it before. I hate the phrase "that's what I'm talking about." Because whenever people say that's what I'm talking about, they hadn't been talking about it. For example, in Men in Black, they go to the weapons room and he shows them the weapons, and Will Smith goes, "That's what I'm talking about." I'm like, but no, at no point in this movie were you talking about it. Like if earlier in the movie you were like, "When are we going to get weapons?" And then he's like, "Here are the weapons," and you said, "That's what I'm talking about." Well, yeah, you were talking about it. But you weren't talking about it.
Oh my
nothing
god!
Nothing goes over my head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nothing goes over my head. Yeah, no, that's fucking hilarious. Jesus. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It just means that thing was cool. It just means like, oh yeah,
like approval. Like yes.
Yeah.
What about no cap? How do you feel about that, Joe?
I don't understand that one at
all. That one I don't even. Yeah, that's.
And don't even get me started on caping on the big dog.
Do you know about Wait, what?
Are you familiar with this guy on YouTube, Ski Walker the Jedi? If not, be thankful you're not.
Okay, no. Okay. So I won't look it up then.
He's a Snyder bro. He does long.
Definitely what I'll be
long
looking at.
streams about how Snyder's coming back and how we're going to get Snyder back and all that.
He pulled up.
I was watching one of his streams once, and I listened to him for a long time, and I have no idea what he said because he's like, yeah, we don't have him on anymore because he was caping on the big dog. And if you're caping on the big dog, that shit's unforgivable. And Perp and I were watching it together, and we're like, what the hell does caping on the big dog mean?
I don't even know that one.
And, like, he was live, so we're like writing in the chat, like, hey, man, you can't be caping on the big dog. That's not. We don't allow that.
Oh
Comment, Eric.
my God!
I want to see Joe like with shades rocking into Tupac in a big and be like, playing Hit 'Em Up and Hail Mary. It's like I want to see that.
Well, Joe, how do you feel about Doja Cat?
I'm not familiar. I've heard of her, but I don't know much about her.
Yeah, she uses a lot of wordplay. You probably hate it.
Can we bring up Jasmine's comment, Eric?
Oh yeah, hold on, let me go. I didn't know you want to say anything about it, or just want to have it on screen.
No, just just so we knew what 6'7" meant.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Because
6'7"? I thought that was 67. Isn't 6'7" supposed to have a slash or something?
No, it's just 6'7".
Okay, I heard 6'7" doesn't mean anything. Like I heard that's just nonsense.
Oh look, Jay says it's because they don't wear caps, therefore no caps. Yeah.
Do they wear capes though?
Yeah, they do.
You can't be caping on the big dog.
Oh, Extra Hero says, Joe, what do you think of the new Taylor Swift album?
Oh my God.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift. No hatred.
Short Car says, no one tell Joe about 6-7.
Oh, I know about it. I got a grade school kid.
Oh,
I have a 10-year-old in the 5th grade. I know about 6'7".
Oh, I almost made it. Never mind. I think
I know about the skibbity toilet.
Oh no, that's Gen Z shit.
Oh my God, that's lower than like Gen Z. That's like that's Gen Alpha stuff, man.
My daughter hates this stuff too. Like she comes in, she comes home so upset. And she's like, "The boys in my class are so stupid. They kept yelling skibbity toilet and glass."
Oh no. What about the Rizzler?
I don't know what that is. The other one is I kept hearing people use the phrase what was it now? Now I'm forgetting. I don't know. I don't remember. But there was one phrase that I was like, people kept using like an insult, and then I Googled it and I read the definition.
Your mama.
I mean, listen, don't feel bad. Even when I was in high school, people would say shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have no idea. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it was simp. I kept seeing the phrase simp. And I'm like,
no!
What does simp mean? And I Googled it. I Google it, and it comes up someone who's nice to women. And I said, well, shit, proud simp here. Yes, I'm nice to women. I got a wife and 2 kids. You better believe I'm going to be nice to women.
No.
Well, as long as you're only a simp to your wife, then.
Do you know what ship? When people say, I ship them. Do you know what that means, Joe?
Oh yeah, that's old school.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just want to make sure.
So old school. That's a saying that people use.
Yeah.
Old school. It's old school. What about cuck? Do you know what cuck?
Oh yes. You don't give wetties.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh no! Look, there's a fun fact about this. Joe knows how it feels to be the oldest man on the panel. There's a fun fact about that, right? The fun fact is I'm older than Joe is.
I was gonna say
by 2 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, how did we get here? I don't know, but let's pull it back. We got some
Ultra Clash, man. I love it.
Here. Hold on.
Ultra Crash.
All right. Wait, hold on. Where are we at? I gotta find where we were. I'm totally completely off now. All right.
We were talking.
All right. Well, no, just do super chats. It's easy to get all this. Stagger 4499 super chat. Do you think the Snyder Bros will still be ranting 10 years from now? Well, they will to themselves, but that group is getting smaller and smaller. They're not as big as they used to be. I think they're still in their minds thinking they think it could happen, but the reality is I don't think it's ever going to happen. Like, I don't think Zack Snyder even really wants it to happen, to be quite honest. I don't know. Do you guys still see a lot of Snyder? I mean, there are the usual suspects. Are we seeing a lot more new Snyder Bros pop up? Because I'm not seeing them.
No,
all I know is. Go ahead, Dan.
I mean, if I wasn't on Twitter, I don't think I'd see it at all. Like, I'm not seeing it on YouTube. I'm not seeing it on TikTok. I mean, sometimes I will, but like, I think the ones that are still out there are kind of like, I don't know, transitioning over and are like a bit nicer. Like, there were so many friends of mine that when like Superman came out that were Snyder fans that were like, yeah, I love Snyder. He's my favorite. That's my favorite version of Superman. But I love the new Superman. I was like, oh, good. We're making progress. We are growing as a society where you can like both. You can enjoy both takes on the character. That's awesome. That's great.
Bob says Snyder sees beat up the Rebel Moon cinematic universe.
Listen, I don't see it nor do I look for it. Thank God. But I only imagine how much people the Snyder Bros get. What's the right word? I don't want to be too vulgar, but they say they get very excited, potentially physically, whenever he drops a new photo in relation to the Snyderverse on his Instagram. Now, I've talked to folks who are big Snyder fans, and I'm a Snyder fan, but I've admitted that like I like stuff that isn't just DC stuff. Like I like his Twilight of the Gods stuff. And we've said that, like, no, the reason why he keeps dropping those photos, it's a marketing thing to get stuff for his next film, The Last Photograph, which I think is brilliant marketing. But in some regards, I dread the press junket for when that movie finds its release, and how maybe 2 out of 10 people going to talk to him might not bring up the Snyder Cut, and everybody else will, and it'll be the only headlines coming out. And like, I hope, selfless promo here, but like, I hope I can interview him. I can be like, all right, we're not gonna talk about that stuff. We're gonna talk about the Photograph. We're gonna talk about
Twilight of the Gods.
We're gonna talk about samurai movies. We're gonna talk about this stuff, like anything but that, because somebody else either right before me or right after me is gonna talk about it. So like, let's geek out, man, about anything else but that.
I really wish they would crack down on those kind of events where it's like, hey, keep it to A, B, and C topic, and if you if too many people are stricken, like go at them and be like, well, if you keep doing this, we're gonna not invite you to our next meetings. Like, you have that very embarrassing interview. What is it? Ben Affleck when he's doing the shoe movie. Air. Where it's like, okay, yeah, Batman. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this movie. Please don't ask me about Batman. It's like, they don't want to talk about the project they worked on. But actually, a like brand new one just came out with like Sadie Sink, where they're like, okay, tell us one thing about Spider-Man. She's like, are we here for Stranger Things? It's like, no, I'm not going to talk about Spider-Man because we're not here for that. It's like, don't go to these other premieres and ask them about a project that might come out 2 years from now. That's dumb. Yeah. Or even worse, like in the whole like Ben Affleck thing, never happening. He's not involved with any of that. Like, the Sadie thing's at least a little bit better because it comes out next year. Okay, it's around her. That makes sense. But like, it's like you gotta stop it. Like, we have to be cracking down on who we invite.
You know, like I've always said, I was a big Zack Snyder fan until Man of Steel. Like, Man of Steel was the first Zack Snyder movie I didn't like. I liked Dawn of the Dead. I liked Watchmen. I liked 300. I even liked Sucker Punch.
I like Sucker Punch,
but I did not like Man of Steel, and it's his DC stuff I didn't like. So I always said I'm not a fan of his DC stuff, but I'm a fan of his other work. But now I actually personally dislike him. I dislike Zack Snyder the man, and the reason is because I feel the things that have come out about him, he is a bad actor in that like there was that Rolling Stone article where other filmmakers like Adam Wingard had the Godzilla movie out.
Yeah.
And the Snyder Bros were all attacking Adam Wingard because they were saying, we're going to boycott your movie because, Warner Brothers, Snyderverse. And Wingard went to him and was like, could you like call the dogs off your fans, tell them to like lay off? And he was like, I can't control them, man. And then that Rolling Stone article came out and they're like, yeah, he was revving him up. Like, he was the one revving him up. And I feel like all this stuff he's doing right now with dropping the pictures of nonstop of Henry Cavill and Ben, he's doing it again. And it's like you are literally, and I've pissed people off by saying this. Like, I had somebody leave a stream in anger because I said this once. I compared him to Donald Trump. I said it's like January 6th.
What?
It's like January 6th
Wow.
where he revved his base up. It's like, you go down to the Capitol and you do this shit. And then he sat back and watched, like, look at this. Look what they're doing. It's great. And I'm like, that's what Snyder's doing.
That's a spicy take there. That's a spicy
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, I got a real problem with Snyder because he keeps doing this. Like, he revs up his online trolls, gets them all fired up, never tells them to back down, never says you've gone too far, never says back off, guys, don't attack these people. Keeps his mouth shut and just lets it happen.
Look, the chat is like spicy. Look, Columbia Rican, spicy but accurate. Reed says not far off. Chevity says toxic.
Yeah, I don't know if I can compare him to Donald. I'm not about that. But I'll say this. Here's a weird thing with the notion of that. And some instances, I did feel like, Zach, just say something. I know you can't control everybody, but just say something to be like, yo, this isn't helping me.
Right.
This ain't helping me. This is just like throwing more mythology towards me beyond me just a guy trying to make a fucking tell a story. And it shows when I see a lot of these, when I don't look for it, but when a new movie of his, a new project comes out that's not related to DC, and all thing people just want to talk about in streams and all this stuff is just DC oriented stuff, and it's just like, no, there's more to this guy than just DC. That stuff might have put him on the map or not, or put him in the limelight, but like there's gotta be more to it than that. That's amazing, Darren. And yeah, I wouldn't compare it to that, but I do feel like in some instances, listen, I'll say this: I would like tip my hat off to him if in the junket for the last program, he'd be like, guys, I love the support for Snyder Cut and all that stuff, but no questions of that, please.
Right.
Into the big names. I'm like, guys, please, it's just this one time, this one junket. Let's not be tempted to easily bring it up. Let's see if you guys actually saw the movie, are interested to talk about it, regardless if you liked it or not, and see what else you know about me besides.
That's what I'm talking about.
Three or four movies, like
That's
again. I would ask him about Las Vegas. Like, let's talk about that animated series that didn't come to fruition because I have my thoughts on the Army of the Dead, but that opening had me. The credit sequence, that opening had me. I'm like, I want to see that story. Where's that at?
No cap.
I need him to have a big hit. I really, really want him to have a like, oh, this is what Snyder is known for now. I need him to have another like. Obviously, probably nothing will compare to DC. I think that those are a series of movies that will probably live the like them or dislike them, live the test of time.
You need another Rebel Moon is what you need, right? Another Rebel Moon.
No, he needs something where it's like, oh, that's what he had. And I think that's what he was trying to do with like Rebel Moon. Yeah. Rebel Moon felt like he was trying to create this entire new world that would like, Rebel joke in there, I guess, Rebel Star Wars and stuff like that. It would be Rebel DC, this whole world, and people just didn't vibe with it, which I don't blame them. I couldn't even get past it, whatever.
It took me like a week to get through the second part of it. I had to keep stopping it and coming back to it. It was
got a couple minutes in. I just couldn't get into it. But again, look, I want him to be successful. I want him to find his thing outside of DC. I think he is a good director. I just don't know if he's great with IPs. I don't know if he was great.
Totally overlooked as Twilight of the Gods. If y'all have not watched that yet, that is like
I need to watch this.
Zack Snyder. It is.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I just want to let everybody know we're not doing a bonus topic tonight, just because we're already at the 2-hour mark. We've been having a good time, but it's gone on beyond 2 hours, and
sorry, that's my fault.
No, it's not your fault at all. It's
going
just
off on
I love that
modern language.
No,
that culture clash. That is, I want that clipped out. I love that. That was amazing.
That's funny.
That was funny. Yeah. Anonymous here says, please watch the other video where the guy continues to dance like a psychopath. Oh, you're talking about the guy. I don't have another video, but I did see his account. Apparently, he does this a lot. The one that went up to Ariana Grande. Apparently, he's like known for like harassing people by doing this.
Oof.
So,
yeah, what a great thing to be known for.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Does anyone remember the TV show Bonsai that it used to air on Fox? It wasn't on long.
Bonsai?
It was like this like Japanese like game show or like it was a really weird show.
sounds familiar to me. Are you talking about the one where they like do crazy stuff?
Yeah. But there
Yeah,
was a
I've seen
character
that.
named Mr. Shake Hands Man, and
Yeah.
his whole thing was he would go to celebrities and shake their hand, and they would run the clock to see how long he could keep shaking the hand before the celebrity would pull away.
Oh my god. So okay, someone sent me, the channel doesn't exist on YouTube anymore because they got in trouble. But these like prank channels, I don't usually watch them, right? But someone sent me one, and they go to, or they used to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, to the garden area, and they would wet people down. Like they would corner them somewhere, and they would act like they're working. Like they put on like a vest, and they'd act like they're watering the plants, and then they wouldn't move, and they would be. The one guy's like, he would act like he's sneezing. And he would like point the hose directly at someone. So he's like, oh shit. Like the hose would like totally soak the person. And I would laugh at it because I'm like, it's harmless. It's annoying. Like you don't want to get wet, like, you know, get a wetty at Lowe's and Home Depot. But I used to laugh at those things. And I'm like, these kinds of pranks are weird. Like the shaking somebody's hand or whatever. There was another one where the guy would go in and he would act like he was having an emotional breakdown. And then when somebody would give him a hug, he would not let go. So it's like they would come over, they'd be like, oh, you just need a hug. He's like, I just need a hug. My pet squirrel died or something stupid like that. And they would hug him and then he just would not let go of them and it would just film it and they'd count to see how long it is before the person would like pry themselves off of him or whatever. Just stuff like that. And it's like, I think, oh, by the way, Vine is coming back as D Vine, I think, or something like that. D-I Vine, like Da Vinci or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, they're bringing back a version of Vine, but it's got a full block on a block on AI. Like you can't use AI at all. Zero AI.
All right.
Not as bad after all.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, but I think that's the culture where the prank stuff kind of started, was back with the old Vine. Like
Vine, but that was a lot of where
pranks.
these big creators came from. When like that was the heyday of my middle school years, I think, or before that. Yeah.
Most of TikTok has been trying to recreate the success of Vine and what Vine, you know, created, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, AI, we're gonna read this, but the apparently Disney Bob Iger was like, we're gonna be using more AI, and I'm like, oh,
I saw that.
Like,
yeah,
it's inevitable, but I'm just like, I don't want to hear about it. Jose, you're with member for 10 months. Thank you for your support, Jose. I started watching The Witcher. I'm on season 1, episode 6. Next, when I'm done, I'll watch Frankenstein. I'm going to enjoy the ride.
Enjoy season 1 of The
Wait,
Witcher.
you just started watching The Witcher? Oh, okay.
Bad time to start.
Yeah. So
I haven't watched it.
I think a lot of people trashed it. I had fun with the last season of Witcher. It wasn't great, but I had a good time with it. I mean, I know they spent more money on this past season. You could see where the money went. There's a lot more fighting and stuff. Yeah. So, all right, we got another. I think that's all the super chats. Let me double check, make sure I got everybody.
Enjoy Frankenstein, Jose. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. $2 super chat from South Texas Shark says, "What did you watch this week?" Anybody want to give a shout out to anything they've watched this week? I know Pluribus is one that I would like to give a shout out to. I started it, and I'm excited to see the rest of the season. So.
I need to start that.
Anyone who hasn't watched that show yet, please watch it. It is so good. Ronan, you will love the water cooler talk. It is one of the best water cooler talk shows. Week 1, I've seen in a minute. Immediately, it was like, I need to talk about this show. It's so good.
It's not new, but I've been on a little bit of an anime thing going on for the past few days, week. I recently watched the first episode of an anime called Golden Boy. Now, there's been clips and memes of this anime. If anybody watching this the stream, if they've heard of this show, you know what I'm talking about. It's very much from the 90s. Very what's the right word? Eye candy, especially for male audience. And I was just like laughing my ass off watching. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is right pure 80s and 90s, and it's funny as hell. The dubbing is out of this world, and it did have some wholesome moments. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna continue watching the show, even though it's fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
I watched since the last time I was on 4 or so Predator movies to get caught up for Badlands. I saw Badlands a couple days ago. That's been an interesting journey. I think I've seen all the main ones now except for 2018, which most people have Don't need to.
Wait, The Predator?
Yeah, I've not.
No, you don't have to watch that
yet.
one. You don't have to watch that one. Yeah.
And then Prey. I also have not
disagree.
got around to yet.
Prey is great though. If you've
I need
seen
to watch
Predator
Prey.
Badlands, you gotta watch Prey.
Prey and Killer
I'm
Killers.
planning on it. I'm planning on it. Killer Killers I have also seen. I loved it. That was the first one I saw. I think I asked you about that like earlier in the year. I actually I may have messaged you or something. I was like, hey, I want to watch this. Can I watch this without the others? And you said yes. And I watched it and I was like,
That sounds right.
are they all this fucking cool? And it was like, probably not. But it was still they've been fun.
Mm-hmm. How about you? Joe?
I would just say I would recommend the 2018 one. That is one of my favorites.
Always love it. Do you have anything, Joe, that you watched this week?
I've been rewatching Stranger Things. I've been trying because season 5 is coming, and quite frankly, I don't even remember where we left off. So I went back to season 1. I'm now almost done season 2. And I'm kind of falling in love with the show all over again. I forgot how good it was. And I'm remembering all these little character relationships that I haven't seen. Like, I just got to the part where Dustin and Steve just became friends. And it's like, I forgot, all this stuff. And I'm like, this is really good. And I've also been enjoying the hell out of the Chair Company. I've been texting my friend from numbers he doesn't recognize, like some Google Voice numbers, and telling him that we went with Bald Harmon instead of him for the
Oh gosh, you're not watching the show, you don't get it, but I get it. Also, you mentioned going back and watching Stranger Things. I know it only got one season, but Paper Girls was really good. I don't know if anybody watched it.
I had fun with the most part of it. I read the book. The book is better thus far.
Yeah.
The casting was good. I like the casting.
Yeah. Paper Girls is a one season show, and it's a good one season show. I mean, it obviously leaves you with more, but it's a good one season show. I think it's on Prime, if I remember correctly.
Shameless plug. I interviewed the cast and some of the creators of the show.
Oh, really?
On my channel, so you can watch the interviews.
Yeah. Columbia Rican, I think I read your super chats. Did I miss one? We talked about this one, right? The Nerdrotic. Is that the one? No, this might be the one you're talking about. Columbia Rican with a $5 super chat. Yeah, this might have been the one I just missed. Wait, was Nerdrotic even at the theater? No, he doesn't watch anything that he talks about anymore because it looked like a bar that he was always complaining about Avatar too. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think the new thing is that these guys don't have to watch the things that they're complaining about because spoilers happen so quickly on social media. They can pretend that they went. It's back in the day, people had courtesy about spoilers. You didn't get the whole movie spoiled, but now you can even see like a full-on rip of the movie. I don't want to talk too much about it because YouTube is cracking down on that. If you guys go into if you are a YouTube channel now and you go in and you click following the guidelines, one of them is do not promote or discuss watching illegal versions of stuff. So it's really careful. I'm going to carefully talk about that. They are in fact doing that though. So just so you know, which by the way, they might get in trouble for it because this is a new thing they're trying to enforce. Using those clips in your videos is now against terms of service.
Oof.
So wait, which clips? Of just like
using
about,
illegal ripped
pirating?
content. Yeah, pirated content in your videos.
Yeah.
So
I call it doing the Johnny Depp.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, it looks like YouTube is cracking down on it. Like honestly, it's a new tab. Like when you go in to do your videos and approve that it's okay for like everything, one of the new blocks is about illegal content.
Wow.
So they're really cracking down on that.
I have an old video, like a really old video. It's been on my channel for years, where I talk about the importance of bootleg Blu-rays and how bootleg Blu-rays. A lot of physical media collectors try to avoid bootlegs. And I said, bootlegs are sometimes the only way you're going to see
that's true.
And I wonder if that old video from like 6-7 years ago is now against the terms of service.
From what I could tell, it's about the websites online that people are using to watch brand new movies and TV shows and stuff. But I could be wrong, but that's the way I look. That's the way I read it. When you upload your next video and you go into click it's good for everything, read it. It's one of the new things in there. I noticed it was a little bit like the list was longer and I'm like, what did they add in here? And that's what it was. We also have a new channel member, Larry, coming on board as a channel member. Thank you so much, Larry. Make sure you check out all of your perks. early access, members only content, emojis, badges, all that good stuff, and you get, I think it's one super chat a month free, I believe. So thank you so much. So Bob says, honestly, using clips is fair use. The origin of the clip is irrelevant. I agree with you, but I think the problem is they're probably getting in trouble with the studios. I think the studios are like, they're going into the theaters and filming copies. I actually think this is more prevalent on TikTok than it is on YouTube, honestly. So I don't know. I don't necessarily disagree with you.
I did.
Oh my gosh. That if you guys want to have a good laugh, if you're just getting to the stream now, go back to that point in the stream. It's pretty hilarious.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. No cap at all.
God.
All right. So here we go. This is the 5-minute call. Anybody participating in the contest, if you want to get some extra XP, now is your chance. Emojis, emotes, comments, super chats, super stickers. It costs nothing to participate, and you can get to the list. And I'm going to look at the top fans list here in a second in both chats, and your names will go into the pot for the contest. So there you go. There's that. But let's see what everybody picked, because we have to find out what won the list for for one of our discussions here.
So fellas, it's a little late, and I got early work tomorrow or today, I should say now. So I gotta head out because I'm gonna need it for today.
Okay, Ronan. Well, thanks for hanging out. Go check out Ronan's channel, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, I just dropped the Predator stuff, Mandalorian stuff. I will be dropping my Fallout Season 2 trailer reaction soon, Kill Bill, the whole Bloody Fair trailer reaction soon, and then more coverage of anime. So yeah, check that out.
Ronan,
Yeah,
really quickly. Why did the pickle go to school? Go to the school's nurse's office. Why did the pickle go to the school's nurse's office? Nurse's office. Jesus.
To get out of a jam.
He felt dill.
Oh God. I wrote it.
Take care, man. Take care.
That reminds me of what is it, Gary's joke on Joe's channel, like at the end when he does the joke. Is that Gary? Is that the right name?
Yeah, the stream ending joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So we got what won in the Reloaded channel. You guys voted for with 35% best Marvel superheroes. So that is and that's Marvel across anything: cartoons, TV shows, comic books, movies, live action plays, video games, whichever one.
NFL Super Pro.
Yep.
Oh, I shouldn't give away my list.
Okay, very good. Best Marvel superheroes. Over on the Debunks channel, you guys had a chance to pick what content creator you want to make a video on next week. You've already picked It's a Gundam, so one of next week's videos will be It's a Gundam. The other video I'll be doing for next week is with 31% Jester Bell. So I will be doing a It's a Gundam and Jester Bell video both next week. So get ready for that. It is what it is. It is what it is.
But by the way, that guy I sent you, the clip I said, I kidding or was I?
No, you were right. It was very Doomcock.
Complete Doomcock ripoff.
Yeah.
Total.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and see. We got a super sticker. I saw a super sticker pop up. Staggervore with a $2.99 super sticker, which doesn't show up on StreamYard, but it is a looks like a rock and roll hand, I think is what it was. Thank you, Staggervore, for that. I do appreciate it, supporting the channel. All right, let's see what we got here. Over on the Debunks channel, our top three are Columbia Rican, Extra Hero, and Tony Soprano again. So let me go ahead and give you guys Columbia Rican. That means you are going to be entered in 3 times now. And Tony Soprano is entered in 2 times. And Extra Hero, it is your first time in the list, but you will be on that list as well. Over on the Reloaded channel, our top 3 are Silhouetted Animator, Staggervore, and Columbia Rican. So you were entered in for another time on the list. So that's 4. Staggervore was already on the list, so you're going to be on there twice now.
Oh.
And Silhouetted Animator, you were on there as well. You're getting 2 of those. All right, there we go. So thank you guys so much for participating in that. Remember, all you have to do is chat to get into it. That's it. And there we go. We do have one final super chat before we wrap everything up. I love all the emojis, so colorful in here. A Chronic here with a $2 super chat from New Zealand, all the way over in New Zealand. Jesus Christ and Lucifer, the DCU. Eric's Reloaded. Jesus Christ and Lucifer. Is there a Jesus in DC? I know there's a Lucifer. Is DC is there a confirmed Jesus in DC?
I mean, in Legends of Tomorrow, there.
That's true. That is true. So this is the big cat. The little cat was in here earlier. This is the big one. He decided to come over and say hello. Larry says, Jesus Christ Superstar? Maybe. Look at all the... I love that the colorful emojis show up in the StreamYard chat. That's really cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Because sometimes stuff doesn't show up like it's supposed to. I like that it's showing up. That's pretty nice. Anyway, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for participating in the chat. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Let YouTube know that we are in the algorithm. I do appreciate it. And make sure you leave a comment. Watch it on playback if you haven't. If anything's missing, don't blame me. Blame the DMCA system, because that's not me. Anyway, I want to thank Darren for being here. Darren, I saw that you uploaded you premiered a video with Johnny, right? Was it
Yep.
Johnny Bravo?
Yep, we did Pipeline today. We did it was for Predator Badlands, and yeah, we've been doing those video versions of the Pipeline.
I love how much people are talking about Predator Badlands. I'm really
fun.
enjoying all the love for that.
I like that. Yeah.
And make sure you go over and check out Joe's channel. We've been having a lot of fun over there. He's had a few videos up this week. What's your most recent video, and what do you got coming out, Joe?
I think my review of the Naked Gun Blu-ray. I gotta do a review of the new 4K release of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's probably gonna be the next thing I get up there, and I'm going to see Running Man tomorrow, so I'll probably have a review of that up too.
See you later, Chronic. Chris says that's what I'm talking about. There you go.
Was he talking about it though? I don't know. I need to know. Now,
Anyway,
hey, Chris, if you were talking about it, we're good. But if not, you're caping on the big dog.
Oh no. With that being said, we're out of here. We'll check everyone later. Have a good night. Thanks everybody for all the super chats, all the support this evening. I do appreciate it. And I'll see everyone on Monday. So take care. Hey there. If you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.